His older sister is a genius beauty queen, while the male protagonist is considered a super moocher. The reason is that the male protagonist awakened the weakest lightning element ability. His classmates mocked him, saying he would only be able to stay home and freeload in the future. But what they didn't know was that he possessed an innate dual ability physique. Furthermore, he also awakened the top-tier lightning god purple firmament ability. It turned out that this was a parallel world to Earth. Human civilization had developed quite well, but in this world, extremely terrifying fierce beasts existed. Awakened ones could counter them. Everyone awakened various special abilities before adulthood, and these abilities were further divided into 9 ranks. Ordinary people usually awakened F rank or D rank abilities. The male protagonist's special ability, however, was the weak E rank lightning power. Even if he desperately unleashed his strongest attack, its power was not even comparable to a mosquito swatter. Not only did this make him a laughingstock among his classmates, but even his childhood friend Lu Ruyan advised him to give up on the college entrance exam and study the liberal arts path, living a peaceful life. The country's education system is divided into 2 types, the liberal arts path and the martial arts path. Candidates who choose the martial arts path need to enter a map during the exam to eliminate fierce beasts. Therefore, those who usually awaken D-rank special abilities were advised to choose the liberal arts path.
This meant giving up one's innate ability. Conversely, candidates who passed the exam could become professional ability users of the academy. Only after undergoing the academy's training did they have the opportunity to surpass their limits. Super ability users emerged from there. The reason Lu Ruyan advised the male protagonist to choose the liberal arts path was out of fear that he would encounter difficulties. But the liberal arts path could only guarantee the male protagonist a stable job later on. If he encountered a fierce beast, he could do nothing but die. That year, his parents died during a monster attack on the city. In the end, the male protagonist decided to enroll in the martial arts path. After that, he spent almost every day at the martial arts hall learning how to use his special ability. Since his ability awakening, he had considered the spear his weapon, but it had already been 2.5 years. His proficiency remained at the elementary level, with no progress whatsoever. Just as he sighed, a system interface suddenly appeared before his eyes. This made him immediately sit bolt upright. Unexpectedly, the great system had appeared. After opening the newbie package, he received an S-rank supernatural ability and 200 special ability points. The male protagonist was immediately overjoyed. Even in this country, an S-rank awakened one only appeared every 2 years. Moreover, once such a person appeared, they would be competed for and coaxed by various academies. They would even receive countless resources to become a young powerhouse. After that, the male protagonist raised his hand and immediately opened the gift box. A ding sound rang out.
The system congratulates male protagonist on receiving the S-rank supernatural ability, Purple Heaven Divine Lightning. The sky outside gradually darkened, and purple lightning bolts echoed in the air. The head of the city's defense legion was observing this scene. Such a terrifying phenomenon made him worry that an extremely powerful lightning attribute fierce beast was about to enter the city. On the other hand, male protagonist happily looked at his palm. As expected of the S-rank Purple Heaven Divine Lightning, such power would surely help him become the most outstanding person in the martial arts path. Afterwards, male protagonist opened the special ability point box again. The system explained that special ability points could be obtained by killing fierce beasts, and consuming special ability points could be used to upgrade oneself and skills. Male protagonist's face was filled with excitement. Just by fighting monsters, he could level up and become stronger. This system was truly brutally simple. The system displayed information that male protagonist had 2 elementary level skills, including spear mastery and lightning power. The so-called special ability, in essence, was a combination of human spirit and body. After adding these 2 attribute points, male protagonist immediately felt a surge of energy filling his entire body. So that's it. Enhancing vitality and thought brought about such a feeling. Looking at the interface before him, male protagonist's only concern when taking the academy entrance exam was whether he could win the title of top scholar. Thus, turning his head to think about the arrogant geniuses he had known since childhood, male protagonist felt that he was still not fully prepared. He thought he should go to the martial arts hall to test his own strength.
He picked up the spear and swung at once. At this moment, several people in firefighter uniforms suddenly kicked the door open and rushed in, saying they had received a report of a fire here. Male protagonist explained that he was actually cultivating his special ability, which caused the energy fluctuations. The fire department immediately sighed in relief. They hadn't expected such a big commotion to be merely due to a student cultivating a special ability. More than 2 minutes later, male protagonist arrived at Thunder Martial Arts Hall. An awakened one who wants to become an ability user must cultivate their mind and body. Only by doing so can they enhance the power of their special ability. Therefore, the training ground was crowded with people. Among them, Thunder Martial Arts Hall and Tyrannical Bear Martial Arts Hall were the most famous. Tyrannical Bear Martial Arts Hall was only suitable for students from well-off families. Thunder Martial Arts Hall, however, was open for free to high school students. As soon as male protagonist opened the door, he saw his cousin Tong Chi in the main hall. He immediately raised his hand to greet her. Tong Chi nodded at male protagonist, then introduced him to her friends. A girl named Ann Sin next to her immediately became interested in male protagonist. With his appearance, as long as male protagonist's strength wasn't too bad, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say he was her dream lover. Tong-chi shook her head again, saying that male protagonist was only an E-rank superpower, and participating in the martial arts exam was too dangerous. The male student next to her also sneered. An E-rank superpower dares to participate in the martial arts exam?
It's hard to tell if this is foolishness or courage. Male protagonist didn't have time to listen to their bragging and immediately headed to the training room. Scene change. Male protagonist gripped his spear and shook it, suddenly feeling a new sensation within himself. At this moment, it wasn't that the spear was lighter, but that his body had become stronger. The strength meter was made of self-healing metal, capable of returning to its original state no matter how powerful the attack. It was the perfect time for male protagonist to test his strength. Just a second later, male protagonist unleashed a powerful strike. With a boom, the spear struck and dented the strength meter. The score displayed was 321. This made male protagonist unable to stop himself from laughing. An ordinary person's muscle strength only reached 100 points, while his pure muscle strength had far surpassed that many times over. Next was the test of the Divine Thunder skill. He activated the special ability within his body, and a purple electric current shot from his palm towards the measuring device. At the same time, a number flashed wildly on the screen, finally settling at 321 points. Male protagonist laughed heartily. One must know that an attack from a first-stage ability user only reached 1,000 points. Male protagonist, who hadn't even advanced to the first stage, already possessed mid-level first-stage power. This S-rank supernatural ability was truly heaven-defying. But this was far from enough. Muscle strength, special ability, and combat techniques combined were his true killing moves. Male protagonist gripped his long spear tightly.
Lightning power spread along the spear. Immediately after, the skill Lightning Divine Windbreak was unleashed. The spearhead, carrying a deafening sound, struck the power meter. A sonic boom and lightning power spread widely. The male protagonist saw the screen display the number 5997 points. At the same time, everyone at the scene was shaken. Such a powerful tremor. Could it be an earthquake? Only those on the same floor could feel that this was a power fluctuation unleashed by a high-level ability user. But in this high school's training ground, how could anyone reach that level? Moreover, the new contestants who had just entered the ability user realm were all training at the Tyrannical Bear Martial Arts Hall. Tong-chi's voice slowly rang out. Go see, and you'll know right away. This fluctuation is definitely nearby. On the other side, the male protagonist, holding his long spear, was about to leave when he ran into their group. Tong-chi advised the male protagonist not to be stressed about tomorrow's competition, emphasizing that his own safety was the most important thing. The others, however, paid no attention to the male protagonist. Don't waste any more time. The fluctuation is coming from here. After opening the door, everyone stood dumbfounded. On the power meter, not only were there black marks, but the screen also displayed the number of 5897 points. Around the meter was a pile of rubble. Ann Shin immediately widened her eyes. Is this an achievement a high school student can reach? Even an ability user first stage high rank wouldn't have this kind of power, right?
Others who heard this all made their conjectures. From the traces on the measuring device, it was clear that the opponent was very likely a Tier 2 ability user. Therefore, that person must have mistakenly used the specialized training room of the high school. After all, even the top geniuses of the entire province would probably not be able to do this, let alone such a figure appearing in Jiang City. Ann Shin now had a conjecture. It seemed that only the male protagonist was there earlier, so was it possible that the male protagonist had deliberately hidden his skills, being a super genius, to cause a sensation in tomorrow's competition? The male student shook his head. An E-grade awakener hiding their strength couldn't possibly cause such massive destruction. Moreover, both sides of the corridor led straight to the exit, therefore that powerful individual had probably already left from the other side. The scene shifts to the day of the exam, where the area outside the examination hall was now packed with examinees. Several examinees clearly showed surprise, because they had seen a one-horned rhinoceros. Previously, the one-horned rhinoceros was just a common fierce beast, no different from a shadow cat. But someone else displayed arrogance. What's so special about a one-horned rhinoceros? If you can't even deal with this type of fierce beast, then even if you're lucky enough to get into Ability User University, you'll just be a waste. At this moment, the male protagonist was a bit curious. Could this person with such a strong mouth be a verbal fighter? Liu Jie walked over and whispered.
If I'm not mistaken, that's First High School. Zhu Young of Azure Wind's Sword. I heard he already underwent B-rank ability awakening, and has now broken through to become a first-stage supernatural ability user. Therefore, he is also this year's leading top scholar candidate. Hearing this, male protagonist chuckled lightly. So it's this guy. I wonder who is stronger between my S-rank supernatural ability from Divine Thunder skill and him. Elsewhere, the Invigilator announced the rules for the martial arts path exam. The exam would start in the morning and end at 9 p.m., lasting a total of 12 hours. The exam venue was the abandoned town before them. As before, the testing centers were divided into the outer perimeter, midsection, inner courtyard, and central area. Killing different fierce beasts would yield different scores. The higher the fierce beast's level, the more points received. The central area was equivalent to advanced curricula, primarily for outstanding students to challenge. Therefore, everyone must gauge their own strength and not risk their lives for a few points. Male protagonist thought to himself, "If it were yesterday, at most I would only dare to fight monsters in the outer perimeter. But now that I have an S-rank supernatural ability, I will definitely enter the inner courtyard. It might even charge into the central area." Afterward, the class teacher began distributing supplies. This smartwatch could track the number and types of fierce beasts eliminated, thereby calculating scores.
A tactical backpack contains 2 energy bars, an energy drink, and a healing medical kit. Activating the safety sphere can form a voltage grid, making it impossible for ordinary fierce beasts to break through. At this point, the homeroom teacher specifically reminded male protagonist, although activating the safety sphere can end the exam earlier, remember that life is more important than everything else. Afterwards, just as male protagonist was about to enter the examination area, Li Ruyan suddenly rushed towards male protagonist, shouting loudly, "You probably haven't formed a team yet, right? Do you want to form a team with us?" But the 2 people in the team clearly showed their displeasure. "It's fine for the class monitor to be a good person normally. This is a martial arts exam. A team can only have a maximum of 5 people. How can we get a high score if we bring along an E-rank superpower?" Hearing this, male protagonist just smiled faintly. "Thank you for your kind intentions. I'm preparing to compete alone. You all can just form your own teams. There's no need to worry about me." Seeing male protagonist's firm attitude, the 2 of them and Li Ruyan also didn't try to persuade him further. As soon as he entered the examination area, his smartwatch immediately displayed a piece of information, confirming examinee Xu Jingming, class 553, Jiang City Second High School. Real-time ranking list. Number 1, Zhu Mingyang, current score 7 points from Jiang City First High School. Number 2, Li Yuan, 5 points from Jiang City First High School. Number 3, Zahu, 4 points from Jiang City First High School.
This made the male protagonist unable to exclaim, worthy of being the hot top scholar of Jiang City. He had already killed a fierce beast so quickly. It seems I also need to act. Because it was a long way from the periphery to the center, the male protagonist chose to directly set off towards the central area. But before he had gone far, he stopped dead in his tracks. At this moment, in the grass not far away, a contestant was breathing very weakly, clearly severely injured. The male protagonist immediately fell into deep thought, so severely injured that the safety orb couldn't even activate in time. No wonder the class teacher always reminded him to give up the martial arts exam. If he hadn't awakened the S-rank Annihilation Divine Thunder, he might have faced a similar outcome. But such a cruel martial arts exam is not a place where just anyone can defy fate. Thinking of this, the male protagonist immediately used his smartwatch to call for emergency personnel. Just then, footsteps suddenly came from ahead. The male protagonist turned his head and saw a pitch-black fierce beast emerging from around the corner. A hint of fear arose in the male protagonist's heart. He hadn't expected it to know how to leave a living person to lure prey. Just a second later, the fierce beast lunged to attack the male protagonist. He easily dodged the attack by leaping, his right hand gripping the long spear tightly. Purple Heaven Divine Lightning was also used, extending around the shaft of the spear, and with one swing it created crackling thunder and lightning sounds. The long spear pierced the shadow cat in midair, instantly killing it. Seeing the shadow cat's corpse fall to the ground, the system appeared, successfully killed the fierce beast shadow cat, rewarded 3 special ability points. Male protagonist thought to himself, fierce beasts are divided into 9 levels. Below level 1 is called unranked stage, equivalent to the awakened 1 level of humans. However, the fierce aura of fierce beasts was useless against male protagonist. Normally, children from wealthy families are often protected early by special ability guards and brought to the outer zone to adapt to combat, because most awakened ones, when encountering fierce beasts for the first time, don't know what to do against their fierce aura. Yet this was male protagonist's first time facing a fierce beast without any fear of this aura, so being in the outer zone no longer held any meaning. On the path leading into the central zone, male protagonist had completely retracted Purple Heaven Divine Lightning. After all, an S-rank supernatural ability consumed too much. If it were used throughout the entire process, it couldn't be sustained for even an hour, and the martial exam lasted 12 hours, so he needed to conserve his special ability for use in the central zone. Male protagonist looked at the interface panel, where his special ability points were constantly increasing, but he wasn't overly excited. He had gained quite a few special ability points, but he still lacked combat experience. Simply using Purple Heaven Divine Lightning to kill couldn't fundamentally help strengthen his power. Just then, a one-horned rhinoceros suddenly charged from the flank. Seeing this, male protagonist gripped his long spear tightly with both hands. Then, using the momentum of the thrust, he stabbed directly into the rhinoceros's head. Along with the rhinoceros being taken down, at this moment the male protagonist suddenly felt his grip on the spear had become more proficient. Could it be that his spear mastery had broken through? After he opened his personal information, sure enough, his spear mastery had advanced to intermediate spear technique. What would happen if he continued to level up? So he immediately allocated points to spear mastery. Just a second later, countless advanced spear technique entered his mind. At the same time, Lu Ruyan's squad happened to be passing through this area. Lu Ruyan covered her mouth in surprise. It seemed she had seen Xing Yang. Her teammates immediately retorted, "Is the leader seeing things? With that guy's strength, how could he reach the central area?" Then someone sat down to examine the forest rhinoceros's corpse. That person said that the rhinoceros had suffered a fatal blow to the head. It appeared to be pierced by a long weapon, likely a long spear. Lu Ruyan immediately opened the real-time leaderboard. She scrolled to find the male protagonist's name on the leaderboard. Ranked 46th, Xu Jingming, with 256 points, from John City Second High School. This made the entire team disbelieving. An E-grade Awakener alone ranked in the top 50. This was something only a C-rank Awakener could achieve. So, had another person with the same name appeared? Meanwhile, those observing from outside had different opinions.
Yi Zhong is still as strong as ever. Not only did they completely dominate the top 10, but the first-place student was even more terrifying, scoring 412 points. It seems he's the top scholar. Jiang City Department of Education Director Jiang Wanshan said with a smile, "Zhu Mingyang's B-rank supernatural ability is not inferior even across Jiangnan province, so it's no surprise that he secured a spot in the top 10. After speaking, he glanced at Zheng's principal. Zheng still has a lot of work to do. Their best performance was only 18th place, not even in the top 10, and only 8 students made it into the top 50. Zheng's principal could only place his hopes on a few seed candidates. However, after seeing the name Xu Jingming, he couldn't help but ask the homeroom teacher behind him, "Who is this student? It seems this name isn't among the seed candidates. Furthermore, how did an E-grade Awakener make it into the top 50? The homeroom teacher was also confused. Could it be that the male protagonist had hidden his strength? But there were no clear records at the moment, so he didn't know how he earned his points. The scene shifted to the examination grounds. At this moment, the male protagonist had arrived at the high-danger central area. He deliberately stepped on a glass bottle to attract fierce beasts. The fierce beasts in the central area not only possessed intelligence, but also had strict territorial will. Compared to the outer areas, they were much harder to deal with. Just then, the male protagonist heard the footsteps of a tiger. He saw clearly that it was a saber-eared tiger fierce beast.
The male protagonist gripped his spear tightly and charged forward to attack. His luck wasn't bad. He had encountered a dangerous fierce beast. It was the perfect time to test his intermediate spear technique. Just a second later, the long spear in his hand met the saber-eared tiger's claw attack, numbing its limbs. Then the long spear, quick as lightning, pierced the tiger's belly. Even so, the saber-eared tiger still maintained its fighting spirit. It furiously clawed and pounced towards the male protagonist. The male protagonist was well prepared, utilizing his advanced spear technique and incredibly agile movement. Each swing of his spear inflicted wounds on the tiger, and the tiger's claws couldn't even touch the male protagonist. After that, the male protagonist prepared to unleash his ultimate skill. Lightning power immediately enveloped his spear. With a loud bang, the saber-eared tiger was struck down on the spot. Just a second later, the system appeared, successfully eliminated saber-eared tiger first stage, rewarded 14 special ability points. The male protagonist thought to himself, the examination ground was dangerous for others, but for him it was a treasure trove for leveling up. He didn't stop but continued to advance deeper into the central area. Just a second later, the conference room erupted, because at this moment the male protagonist was ranked 32nd. The other teachers all gathered around the dean. In the entire Jiangshang Second Middle School, only 5th grade students from regular classes made it into the top 50. Indeed, teacher Chen Fan had a unique teaching method. The teacher could only humbly say that it was due to outstanding students. Look, the rankings have changed again. Male protagonist earned an additional 44 points, climbing to 25th place. Based on the situation, if the scenario occurs, there are only 2 possibilities. One is that he killed a peak unranked stage fierce beast in 4 seconds. The other is that he killed 3 first-stage low-tier fierce beasts in 4 seconds. Whichever the outcome, this is astonishing, and he even has the potential to snatch the top scholar position. Director Zhang Wenshan of the Department of Education also had similar thoughts. An E-grade ability user reaching this level must have had help. But if such cheating occurred, the consequences would be very serious. Elsewhere, Tong Qi continuously monitored male protagonists' climb in the rankings. She secretly thought to herself, yesterday's thunder was indeed caused by male protagonist, because the traces left behind at that time clearly belonged to a long spear. Even Zhu Mingyang, who was at the top of the rankings, frowned. He had never heard of this. What exactly was this person's background? At the same time, male protagonist had entered the central area, and the system displayed a red warning. Male protagonist had only taken a few steps when he saw a group of saber-armed tigers tearing at the carcass of a rhinoceros. The tiger in the middle, much larger than its kin, was probably the Tiger King. Just as male protagonist gripped his long spear preparing for battle, footsteps suddenly came from behind him. The person who arrived was Zhu Mingyang. He guessed that male protagonist was probably Xu Jingming, so he pointed towards the tiger pack. The Tiger King was significantly stronger than the others.
It's hard for one person to fight against it, so how about we cooperate? Male protagonist shook his head. No need. I'm enough on my own. Advanced spear technique, plus Purple Heaven Divine Lightning. This is the perfect time to use this Tiger King to test my true strength. After that, male protagonist stood up in the vehicle to observe the Tiger Pack. As expected, the Tiger King still knew how to employ simple tactics. The Tiger King roared, and several tigers charged forward. Zooming Young sneered. If he won't cooperate with me, then I want to see male protagonist's capabilities. At this moment, male protagonist spun the spear in his hand. The whistling wind crashed down on the tiger in front of him. Its claws were instantly struck away by the long spear. Then a whoosh sound caused several tigers there to collapse. This made the Tiger King roar in fury. Male protagonist gripped the spear tightly, a hint of regret in his voice. What a pity, my physical strength is still a bit lacking, I can't kill them all. Without waiting for male protagonist to react, the Tiger King let out a deafening roar. Just a second later, all the glass windows there shattered. Even Zooming Young couldn't help but cover his ears. However, male protagonist's face remained unchanged. You can scare others, but you can't scare me. Having said that, he chose to charge forward and attack first. First, he blocked the Tiger King's saber arm. Then he used the force of the throw to attack the Tiger King's head. A powerful blow struck the Tiger King's head, like Sun Wukong's Genyui. The battle, lasting only a few seconds, left Zooming Young frozen in place.
A single breath cleanly dealt with the Tiger King. What is this guy's background after all? The male protagonist looked at the pile of corpses with extreme excitement. If there were a few more such beast packs, that would be great. Seeing the male protagonist about to leave, Zooming Young immediately chased after him. Relying on a single spear, he could suppress an entire pack of tigers. Could it be that you enhanced your ability awakening? The male protagonist didn't turn his head, only saying, lightning element system. Zooming Young was extremely annoyed. If you don't want to say it, you don't need to act. Do you take me, Zooming Young, for a fool? Because just now the male protagonist fought without using any lightning. But after he opened his watch, he froze on the spot, because the current top 1 had changed to the male protagonist's name, and he was ranked with 985 points. At this moment, the conference room erupted again. The Minister of Education looked at the screen again, because only contestants in the top 10 had a camera window. Therefore, the male protagonist's battle scene just now was clearly witnessed by everyone. At just 18 years old, he had already trained his advanced spear technique to an advanced level. Moreover, if there were no surprises, Nanjang City would be in the top 100 of the entire province. 2 hours later, in the central area, Zooming Young was still searching for fierce beasts. He had to reclaim the top 1 spot. At this moment, he met Wu Ha, who was ranked top 3, and additionally top 4 Meng Di and top 9 Tang Qi arrived. Zhang Mingyang was still skeptical about the central fierce beast zone. Meng Di said that Xu Jingming had wiped them all out. Since they couldn't find any fierce beasts, they formed a team. Hearing this, Zhang Mingyang immediately opened the leaderboard. At this moment, the male protagonist's score had reached 3,435 points. Meanwhile, the person in second place didn't even have half of the male protagonist's score. Tang Qi let out a sigh. Subtracting the 700 points the male protagonist earned in the midsection, it meant he had earned an additional 2,500 points in the central zone. That was equivalent to eliminating no less than 200 fierce beasts. That's why they intended to form a team and enter the innermost central zone. It was said that there were extremely powerful second-tier fierce beasts there. When night fell, the male protagonist sat on a pile of monster corpses. At this moment, the male protagonist unhesitatingly added all the special ability points he had received. Mingyang and the others were startled as they looked at the gigantic fierce beast in front of them. He exclaimed in alarm, "It's a bloodthirsty violent bear." As if to prove his words, the bloodthirsty violent bear furiously smashed everything around it. Mingyang dejectedly held his head. This time we're in trouble. Meng Di, munching on a chocolate bar, spoke up. "This is a rare fierce beast, its skin and fur on par with E-grade alloy. Even rockets can't do anything to it. One swipe of its palm could smash all of us to death." Tang Qi began to feel disheartened. "I think we should still give up on this operation. Even if the bloodthirsty violent bear doesn't make a move, just by entering the subzone, I'm afraid we would already be wiped out by these high-tier level 1 fierce beasts."
I'm retreating. If I lose my life, no matter how many points I get, it's meaningless. Mingyang clenched his fists in anger. Who on earth designed such a twisted exam? Meng Di suddenly pointed in one direction. "Look, someone's coming. It's Xu Jingming." Jingming quickly rushed over. He agilely scaled the wall and charged straight towards the fierce beast. Meng Di's eyes lit up. Is that Xu Jingming? He's so handsome. Minyan began to criticize. What good is being handsome? Charging into a pack of fierce beasts like that? Isn't he just looking for death? Suddenly a cry rang out. Oh no, he's alarmed the pack of fierce beasts. Jingming swiftly killed the fierce beasts one by one. Continuous roars echoed. The pack of fierce beasts gathered, surrounded him, and then charged forward to attack together. Wu Ha was flustered. Xu Jingming won't die like this, will he? Minyan judged. He's too reckless. If he dies, it's his own doing. Tang Qi decisively turned around. No, I have to go help him. Wu Ha stopped her. Are you crazy too? Going there is just looking for death. Meng Di also stopped her. That's right. Have you forgotten what you just said yourself? Tang Qi panicked. You don't know. Xu Jingming is my cousin. I can't just stand by and watch him die. Suddenly, a loud explosion rang out, and a brilliant light spread across the entire area.
Mingyang quickly covered his face with his hand.
Could this lightning be the lightning elemental ability that Su Jingming had mentioned? Jingming below still held his spear firmly, from which powerful lightning bolts emanated. He looked straight ahead resolutely. Relying solely on physical strength to deal with so many high-level first-tier fierce beasts was a bit reluctant. He could only use his special ability. It truly lived up to its name as an S-rank supernatural ability, incredibly dominant and powerful. Suddenly, he paused and looked in one direction. A bloodthirsty violent bear appeared, roaring madly. It charged towards Jingming with fierce power. He secretly assessed, the bloodthirsty violent bear's body is massive, not agile enough. With the 9 Thunder Gods' roar enhanced, he might be able to deal with it. He looked at the beasts surrounding it, but if he engaged, these minions might cause trouble. If that's the case, he would clear them out first. Jingming gathered momentum and charged straight towards the fierce beasts. They were successively eliminated by him. The system announced, killed a high-level first-tier Shadow Cat fierce beast, special ability points plus 13. He flashed a sinister smile. Is this the enhanced power of an S-rank supernatural ability on physical strength? Unfortunately, the thunder-penetrating body in his body is extremely dangerous, and he cannot maintain this state for long. However, it's enough to deal with you fierce beasts.
The system's voice rang out again. Killed a one-horned rhinoceros, a high-tier level 1 fierce beast, special ability points plus 15. The bloodthirsty violent bear roared furiously, angrily slammed its paw onto the ground, and resolutely charged straight towards Jingming. Jingming swiftly dodged, but it lunged at him once more. This time, Jingming immediately soared high into the air. He continuously eliminated the surrounding fierce beasts. The system's voice announced, killed a one-horned rhinoceros, a high-tier level 1 fierce beast, special ability points plus 15. The bloodthirsty violent bear roared angrily again. Jingming provoked it. What's wrong? Your subordinates are being killed one by one? Are you angry now? Don't rush. I'll deal with you after I finish off the last one. The bloodthirsty violent bear roared furiously and began to protect the beast next to it. Jingming secretly looked at it. Well done. It actually predicted my actions. The bloodthirsty violent bear quickly unleashed its power. Its power caused everything to explode. The hazy smoke dispersed and a void appeared. Jingming charged forward and thrust a spear towards it. He chuckled with amusement. Finally, no more pesky small fry to bother me. Let me broaden my horizons a bit. Your armor like fur. Can it truly block my myriad thunder army or not? Jingming's spear pierced directly into the bloodthirsty violent bear. A brilliant light spread across the entire area.
Those nearby quickly covered their eyes. On the other side, the monitoring screen was also enveloped by that strange light, astonishing everyone around. When Sean doubted, Hyo Chongzhao, you call this an E-rank superpower? You're not trying to trick me, are you? Li Guang chimed in. Just relying on a special ability outburst can quickly eliminate a group of high-tier level 1 fierce beasts, and even vaguely contend with a level 2 boss. Even an A-rank ability, I'm afraid it would be difficult to achieve, right? Zhao Yao was equally bewildered. It might be a mutated special ability. Wen Shan couldn't have known, but no matter what, after today, the entire building would probably be shaken by Xu Jingming. On the other side, the bloodthirsty violent bear was still growling fiercely. It roared powerfully in anger. Jingming thought to himself, and yet it's only a superficial injury? He gently landed on the ground, secretly evaluating. As expected of a rare species among second-tier fierce beasts, its tough fur is impervious to blades and spears, and crucially, it's not conductive. With my current strength, to overcome 2 levels and one-shot the bloodthirsty violent bear is indeed a bit forced. The bloodthirsty violent bear still glared at Jingming. Its entire body radiated a mysterious energy. Jingming exclaimed in alarm, "What?" Once again it charged straight at him with all its might. He quickly put out his hand to block its attack.
He secretly judged that it had already activated its berserk skill so quickly. It seemed the bloodthirsty violent bear really hated him. The bloodthirsty violent bear's eyes grew increasingly fierce, and it opened its mouth and roared furiously. It furiously attacked Jingming repeatedly, and he nimbly dodged its attacks. Jingming sighed, truly astonished. When a fierce beast enters a berserk state, its physical strength indeed increases significantly. He secretly analyzed that correspondingly, it completely diminished its already limited intelligence, turning it into a slaughtering machine acting purely on instinct. First, he had to avoid its sharpest attacks, not confront it directly. The best way was to rely on agility and circling to find an opening. Jingming quickly landed on the ground, gripped his spear tightly, then seized the opportunity for it to temporarily lose its ability to act. He quickly ran to the side of the monster, delivering a powerful blow towards the bloodthirsty violent bear. The monster roared once, and Jingming began to unleash his move, 9 Thunder Gods Roar. Explode for me. The bloodthirsty violent bear shrieked in pain. Immediately, the explosion spread directly to the ground. It quickly collapsed in front of him. Jingming smirked. Purple Heaven's divine thunder for over half a minute. Even thick defenses can't withstand it, right? The beast's eyes gradually turned savage, and it struggled to stand up and attack him once more. The system announced its status, paralyzed. Jingming smiled.
It's time. Lightning gale break. A huge explosion rang out with mighty power. Rocks and debris flew everywhere, and the bloodthirsty violent bear slumped to the ground. The system displayed, killed a bloodthirsty violent bear, lower tier level 2, special ability points plus 24. Jingming tiredly exclaimed, "It's finally over."
To deal with this guy, I specifically raised Lightning Gale Break from elementary level to advanced level. This power truly didn't disappoint. Although it only lasted a short 2 minutes, this was also the most intense battle he had ever experienced. He wondered, I wonder how many points I could get if I killed all the fierce beasts in the central area. Night gradually fell, and the entire city was enveloped in silence. The monitoring screen displayed the leaderboard. Rank 1, Xu Jingming, 10,835 points, from High School Number 2, Jiang City. Rank 2, Zhu Mingyang, 1,103 points, from High School Number 1, Jiang City. Rank 3, Wu Ha, 945 points, also from High School Number 1, Jiang City. Everyone started buzzing with discussion. Over 10,000 points. That's unbelievable. Wen Shan chuckled with delight. 10,000 points. Not only did he break our Jiang City's record, but he also broke Jiangnan Province's record. This isn't just a genius. This is a genius among geniuses. Another person spoke up. Last year, the provincial top scholar only achieved over 8,000 points.
Xu Jingming was also considered the expected provincial top scholar of this batch. Jingming looked at his watch and thought there wasn't much time left. He secretly judged that all the fierce beasts in the circle and central area had been killed by him. Next, he would return to the middle area and kill as many as he could. Even a mosquito's leg, though small, is still meat. Minyang's group slowly approached. Tang Qi exclaimed, Jingming, he actually killed a level 2 beast king. It truly surprised everyone. Minyang wondered, why is he coming back? His score is already first place. If he doesn't end the exam early, what else does he want to do? Meng Di judged, looking at his direction, it seems he wants to return to the middle area. Wait a minute, could it be that he's killing so much he's seeing red, wanting to wipe them all out? The whole group was bewildered and scared, thinking that Xu Jingming was pursuing and killing to the last one. Mingyang also excitedly rushed after him. With Xu Jingming's speed, I'm afraid he might actually be able to do it. If we don't go, in the last hour we might not even get a single point, and our team will end here. Everyone, I'm going ahead. Tang Qi also quickly rushed after them. Hurry up. Meng Gi looked at them suspiciously. You guys saved some points for me. An hour later, an announcement sounded. The Martial Arts Path University entrance exam for the 2137 batch of Jiang City has concluded. Fierce beasts killed will no longer be counted for points. Candidates are requested to return quickly. All candidates please take note.
Jiang City. Tang Qi tiredly held her forehead. It's over. A buzz of voices rose. Why is it over? I'm still missing one fierce beast. Just one more fierce beast and I would have met the standard. It was dangerous, but I passed. Jingming held the carcass of a beast. It ended so quickly? What a pity. I still haven't had enough. He quickly blended into the crowd heading out. The whole group silently greeted each other. Xiaoya smiled and took Tang Qi's hand. Chi-Chi, is this Su Jingming really your cousin? Tang Qi was startled. Oh, my great-grandmother, you've asked 3 times already. It's him, it's really him. She shyly pointed at herself. So, sis, can you quickly give me your cousin's contact information? I'm begging you. Tang Qi proudly turned away. Weren't you uninterested yesterday? Now I still have to think about it. Xiaoya immediately retorted upon hearing this. Today is not like yesterday. Today he's the first place in the martial arts exam. Please, please. Suddenly the people around them ran forward. Look quickly, Su Jingming is coming out of the examination hall. Where? Brother, don't push, let me see first. Jingming majestically walked out carrying his spear. Cheers erupted. Su Jingming, congratulations. Look over here, Su Jingming. Can you share 100 points with me?
Jingming smiled back at everyone. Wu Hao forced a smile and patted Mingyang's shoulder, saying, You should have been in this position. Hearing this, Mingyang replied, Who told a monstrous talent to appear halfway through? With my strength, being able to achieve this score, I'm already satisfied. Zhao Yao smiled and said, Student Xu Jingming, congratulations. Let me introduce you. This is Director Zhang of the Department of Education. You don't need to take the bus back. The director said he wants to personally see you off. Jingming politely replied, Hello, leader. He secretly glanced at the people behind him, thinking, all right, taking the bus back now, being asked this and that on the way, probably wouldn't be peaceful. In the car, speeding down the road, Wen Shan asked, Student Jingming, have you thought about which special ability university you'll attend yet? He calmly replied, During this period, all I've wanted to do is upgrade my strength. I haven't really thought about which special ability university I'll go to. Wen Shan smiled. With your achievements, any university nationwide would be a small matter. But there are hundreds of colleges and universities in the country, and more than half of high-level special ability users graduate from 3 major universities. I want to introduce these 3 schools. Qingjing University of Superpowers, located in the lifeline of Nation H, is government-affiliated. After graduation, one can directly enter the system. The current Nation Guardian Level 9 graduated from here. Modu University of Superpowers.
Located in prosperous Harbor City, a place that can provide extremely good resources, with no shortage of elite clubs, very suitable for individuals pursuing the pinnacle. Jin Cheng University of Abilities has a long history, built 200 years ago, possessing many ancient inheritances and a strong team of teachers. These 3 universities all possess top-tier special ability cultivation methods that are not transmitted externally, making them a sacred place for countless aspiring students. Jingming looked at him, puzzled. I know that after awakening, one needs to practice cultivation methods to transform into an ability user, but what is a top-tier special ability cultivation method? He immediately explained. I'll tell you this. Special ability cultivation methods also have different ranks. With an elementary level special ability cultivation method, the vast majority of awakened ones need up to 4 years to advance stage and become an ability user. However, with a top-tier special ability cultivation method, it only takes half a year to help an awakened one transform into an ability user. Don't worry, with your achievements, you will definitely be qualified for direct admission. By then, even the 3 top universities will offer you preferential conditions. You can just choose according to your own wishes. Jingming politely replied, I understand. Thank you, sir. The city gradually sank into the dark night. The next day, Jingming turned on the shower. He comfortably enjoyed the refreshing sensation. He looked at the display screen. Shu Jingming, awakened.
Purple Heaven's Divine Thunder, Vitality 183 plus 185. Advanced Spear Technique plus. Advanced Lightning Gale Break plus. Special Ability Points 2534. Su Jingming judged. 2534 special ability points might still be enough until he enters Supernatural University. He also didn't know if there would be battles to kill fierce beasts when he entered Supernatural University. If not, he would have to go into the wilderness area to train. Tang Chi fumbled with the door. Why is this door broken? She had just planned to sneak in to surprise Su Jingming. Jingming, surprise! Aunt Su Kunwan also smiled and waved hello. Su Jingming, who was naked, said in a panic, Aunt, cousin, why are you two here? Tang Chi blushed and exclaimed, Su Jingming, what are you doing? Su Jingming quickly turned and ran. Can I be blamed for this? He secretly recalled. His parents had just passed away, and it was his aunt who stayed with him day and night, meticulously caring for him and bringing warmth to the home. She also fulfilled her duty as a guardian, occasionally feeding him a few meals of stir-fried pork with bamboo shoots. Su Kunwan smiled at him. Xiaoming, I don't understand much about the martial arts exam, but when I first learned you wanted to register, I worried for a long time. Now that I see you're all right, I'm finally relieved. Your results don't matter. Even if you don't pass, it's okay.
Jingming wondered. Didn't Sister Qi tell you yet? Tang Chi playfully winked. I think it's better if I tell your mother myself. Jingming awkwardly scratched his nose. Auntie, I didn't do badly on this exam. I scored 10,000 points. Qingwan, hearing this, unexpectedly spat out all the water in her mouth. She quickly asked again, How many? You're not lying to me, are you? Tang Chi quickly corrected. Mom, it's true. My cousin Jingming scored 10,124 points. Hearing this, she was stunned, speechless. She secretly sighed. Our Su family can now be considered to have an heir. Your parents in heaven will surely be proud of you. In a meeting room, Chao Yu pointed to the projection screen. Su Jingming, his ability Awakening is a level 2 weak electricity natural special ability, awakened 1 rank. Below, everyone discussed. If the results are real, we must definitely get this student, but based solely on his innate ability and documented rank, he fundamentally couldn't have achieved these results. Looking at his performance in combat, his ability Awakening absolutely cannot be an E-rank superpower. This power, at the very least, is A-rank. Perhaps even S-rank. What if he used illicit means during the exam, sir? Using performance-enhancing drugs is not impossible. How could a top scholar appear in this small 18th-tier place?
Cheng Yue said coldly, All right, stop arguing. Temporarily admit Shu Jingming is an S-rank student for special enrollment. As for whether his achievements are real or not, I will personally go to Jiang City to investigate. The screen displayed a message interface from the Jiangnan Provincial Department of Education, showing the ranking content. You are first place. Total score, 11,124. Jingming stared blankly at the screen. He clenched his fists excitedly, shouting loudly, First place, Provincial Top Scholar of Jiangnan Province. I did it. Afterwards, there were articles and discussions about this information. Even reporters surrounded and interviewed high-ranking officials. Someone asked, Turn Zhao, regarding the online doubts about student Su's achievements, do you have anything to say? Many people are saying there's an inside story, questioning the authenticity of the achievements. Please give us an explanation. Zhao Yao spoke up. Our school's official website has uploaded the video of Shu Jingming's martial arts path exam. Everyone can now go and verify its authenticity. The fairness of the martial arts path competition is beyond doubt. Everyone took out their phones to watch and then buzzed. A spear piercing through the bone of a level 1 horned rhinoceros? This power is even stronger than a level 1 ability user. It seems to be an enhancement type ability. No, isn't he a lightning element system user? You're telling me this power is an E-rank superpower and he's just an awakened one? He happily continued. Using the video of the martial arts path exam as proof, student Su's academic achievements are completely true.
He is the first student from Jiang City to win the provincial top scholar title. His contributions deserve to be rewarded. This is the cash and the big gift, a special ability training method, awarded by the City Education Bureau to Shu Jingming. The government will also grant a luxurious city villa in a bonus. The reporters buzzed.
quickly taking photos and posting them on the front page. Zhao Yo complained from a distance. Although Jiang City has released Xu Jingming's exam video, that doesn't mean he didn't use performance-enhancing drugs. The most crucial thing is still to determine Xu Jingming's special ability rank. Zhao Yao whispered, "Why hasn't today's protagonist arrived yet?" Chen Fan replied, "I just called and asked. He said he's training at the martial arts hall and will be here soon." He was surprised. To still be training after the martial arts exam, this new top scholar is truly special. A moment later, inside the meeting room, Chen Yao brought water. "Teachers, please have some tea." His trembling hand slowly placed the water tray on the table. Then he thought to himself, as expected of a high-level ability user who is experiencing bloodshed, this aura emanating from him makes people tremble in fear. Chen Yao hugged her cold body and left. "These people aren't going to fight, are they?" Zhao Yao spoke. "You two, it seems like it's been a long time since we sat together like this. Who is the genius you're paying attention to this time?" Su Yun continued. "Miss Sang, there's no need to pretend to be confused. Just Xu Jingming's achievements alone are—"
"Our Qingjing University will definitely recruit him." Wu Yuan burst out laughing. "Su Yan, what makes you so sure you can recruit him just by saying so? I'd also say our Jincheng University will definitely recruit him." She looked at the two arguing inside. Indeed, to specially recruit a talent of peak scholar level, it was unavoidable to draw swords with teachers from other academies. While the room was tense, the outer door was pushed open. Jingming walked in and said, "Hello, teachers." The room immediately fell silent, and all eyes turned towards him. Zhao Yo secretly assessed. Not bad, full of spirit, spear and wielder united. It seems he hasn't been lazy at all after his exam. Moreover, under the aura of a high-level ability user, he didn't waver in the slightest. Chen Yao spoke up to introduce. "Allow me to introduce. This is Miss Zhang, Admissions Director of Maru University of Abilities, Miss Su, Admissions Director of Qingjing University of Superpowers, and Mr. Wu, Head of Admissions Department of Jincheng University of Abilities." She stood up, walked over and said, "Student Su, we have all watched the video of your martial arts exam. Your combat ability is very strong, and your combat skills are also extremely excellent. But I have a question. Your special ability seems not to be E-grade weak electricity as initially registered. Could you please clarify the specific situation?" He pondered. As expected, they were asking about this. Then he spoke. "Before the exam, when I was in the training house, I was struck by natural lightning. After that, I discovered my special ability had become stronger."
Both he and she spoke in unison. It sounded like a mutated form of special ability. Zhao Ye took out a treasure. "Student Shu, perhaps you still don't know what your mutated special ability is, do you? Coincidentally, I brought a special ability testing machine. You can give it a try." She instructed, "Just activate your special ability." Immediately, Jingming released a surge of special ability into the measuring machine. Su Yun was startled. "The thunder is truly violent. Even I am a little afraid." The machine reported, "Special ability test complete. The ability is named Purple Heaven Divine Lightning. Evaluation." The measuring machine emitted a warning sound, then slowly cracked. Afterwards, it shattered into pieces and fell. Everyone in the room stared at it in horror. He asked in astonishment, "What is this situation?" Wu Yun exclaimed excitedly, "This time it's confirmed." She interjected, "To think it overloaded a small-scale testing machine. Then his special ability rank is definitely S rank." Zhao Ye said with amusement, "As expected, not bad. This time it's a profitable gamble." He excitedly announced loudly, "Student Shu, our Jincheng University of Abilities admission reward is 400 Vaunt Yuan, a set of Grade C equipment, and 4 years of university with all special ability cultivation methods and combat skills completely free." Su Yun scoffed from behind, "Can you really get him with just these few things?" "Student Shu, if you just come to Qingjing, the admission reward is 600 Vaunt Yuan.
Equipment for 4 years of university, special ability cultivation methods, combat skills of your choice, all completely free. How about that?" Jingming was surprised after hearing this. "That's truly generous." She crossed her arms proudly. "Modu University of Special Ability does not provide bonuses and equipment, but cultivation methods and combat skills they can give you, and we are not lacking either. In addition, each year we will provide 1 portion of Grade S cultivation resource." Both were surprised. Grade S cultivation resource? He was bewildered and didn't understand, so he asked, "What is that?" Zhao Yo explained, "Do you know about Dragon Clan fierce beasts? Herds of fierce beasts with dragon-like physiques that are naturally strong are called dragon type. These types of fierce beasts are born level 4, level 5, far surpassing other fierce beast herds. Grade S cultivation resource is extracted from the blood of Grade B Dragon Clan fierce beasts. After using dragon blood, one's vital energy will be greatly upgraded, and physical strength will be on par with dragon-type fierce beasts. Each portion of Grade S cultivation resource contains dragon blood of this level." Su Yan held her head. "You're making me tempted. Your Modu is truly wealthy." Wu Yan continued,
Grade S cultivation resource is normally used for outstanding final year students. She actually dared to give it to a new student. This is truly completely uncompetitive. The three of them gathered, demanding, "All right, it's time for you to make a decision. Which of our 3 top universities will you choose?" Jingming boldly.
I choose Nandu Ability University. Jingming thought to himself, Modu University of Superpowers not only offered the best conditions, but according to his own understanding, the school's practical combat training level was also the highest. In the inter-university alliance battle, more than half of the champions each cohort came from Modu University of Superpowers. Wu Yuan sighed. He bowed politely, thanking the 2 teachers for their favor. Chao Yuo used a magic ring to open a unique symbol. Then she gave it to Jingming and said, "Jingming, we are very much looking forward to your arrival. The enrollment period for new students at our school is on September 1st. However, you are a specially selected student, so you can come early to study and enroll. We will provide a dormitory for you." He asked, "Can I look up special ability training methods and combat skills in the library beforehand?" Chao Yuo took out a card and said, "No problem. Our school can provide a private study room for you to avoid any distractions. This is how to contact me. Just contact me when you arrive in Modu." Jingming said seriously, "Modu University of Superpowers, I've been looking forward to enrolling." He arrived at the train station. The loudspeaker announced, "Train G91 bound for Modu is about to begin ticket inspection." Hua cried emotionally. The child has finally grown up. Dao Lin comforted. Xiaoming's trip will likely be a step up to the clouds. Oh right, Chi-Chi is about to start filling out her university application soon. If your cousin Jingming goes to Modu University of Superpowers. You should also choose Mado University, she agreed. Your father is right. That way you two can take care of each other later. Teng-Chi hugged her neck, flustered. Mom and Dad, I understand. Jingming sat reading a book on the train, with 6 hours left until the station. He took the opportunity to review the special ability cultivation method a bit. In the important part of the university entrance exam, this special ability cultivation method called Deep Sea Tempering Method was the most important. The system panel explained that, like special ability cultivation methods also have different levels, consisting of 4 types: elementary level, intermediate, advanced level, and peak level. The higher the level, the faster the cultivation speed. He thought what he held was an intermediate special ability cultivation method. With his current spiritual power of 180, he spent half a day memorizing all the content. According to the content, there was a special energy in the air, and he would use its method to sense this energy on the very first day. At the same time, a level up notification also appeared on the system panel, but he had no intention of leveling up right now, because according to the records in the book, transitioning from an awakened one to an ability user, if one uses a special ability cultivation method of a higher level to break through, the benefits after breaking through will also be greater. Waiting until he entered university, he could access top-tier cultivation methods, so he naturally wouldn't waste the opportunity with this intermediate method. Time passed, and Jingming got off the train and stood waiting for a car.
Upon arriving at the school, Xu Jingming was surprised by the sight. The school gate was over 100 meters wide, making him wonder how magnificent this school must be. Chuye drove up. She waved to Xu Jingming and said, "Get in, I'll take you to complete the enrollment procedures." On the way, Chuye introduced, "So, isn't our Mado Supernatural University impressive? Its area is up to 40,000 mu, equivalent to 26 square kilometers. The per capita area is 2,600 square meters. Students visiting like you wouldn't be able to walk through it all in a day." Xu Jingming exclaimed excitedly, "It's truly a case of seeing is believing." Afterwards, someone handed Jingming a card and said, "Here's your student ID card, take it. You just need to scan it to enter the dormitory." He looked around and exclaimed, "This university's dormitory, I've never seen anything like it, even after studying for a PhD in my previous life." The dormitory had 4-person rooms, single rooms, and even a 3-bedroom suite specifically for postgraduate and doctoral students. But using luxurious villas as dormitories, I've truly never seen that before. Chuye explained, "At our school, every student lives in a villa. The level of luxury of the villa varies depending on the student's scores. As a provincial top scholar like you naturally get the most luxurious type. The total area is over 800 square meters, but you don't need to worry about being lonely. The villa will be shared by 2 people with 2 floors. You and your roommate will each have 1 floor. Xu Jingming followed, his mind buzzing with excitement.
A 2-person dorm isn't bad. It's better than being alone. Before I transmigrated, I was an orphan, and I still prefer the feeling of 4 people in a dorm. Inside the luxurious villa with a long staircase, Zhao Yao sat on a chair and spoke. All admission procedures have been completed. Next, I will tell you about the special things to pay attention to in our school. He replied, "Please tell me." She explained there are mainly 2 points, the credit system and the private mentor system. First is the credit system. At Mado Supernatural University, credits are everything. Whether it's for eating, buying equipment, or some tiandai diabao, credits are needed. 1 credit is probably equivalent to 10,000 great grain. There are many ways to earn credits. One way is through a fixed annual distribution based on evaluation. For example, your evaluation after admission is S-rank, so this year you can receive 100 credits. Eva, come out. An image appeared, displaying Student Su Jingming, current credits 100.
Zhao Yo explained, "This is the artificial intelligence equipped for each dorm. EVA's main body is the school's advanced level artificial intelligence. In the dorm, it's just a sub-entity of it. Although it's a sub-entity, it has also reached level 4 artificial intelligence, which is completely sufficient for daily life support." He was surprised. A sub-entity has already reached level 4 artificial intelligence? The AI technology of this blue star is much more developed than in my previous life.
She continued, "The second thing to note is our school's private instructor system. Each student can choose their preferred instructor to become their master. Inviting the other party to become their private instructor, of course, requires the instructor's agreement." Jingming pointed at himself, bewildered. Private instructor? Can a new student like me receive one-on-one guidance from an instructor? Zhang Ye crossed her arms proudly. "That's right. Our school's instructors are all high-tier ability users, and almost every one of them has their own unique combat skills. Secret special ability training methods are not taught externally. They can only be learned after becoming a disciple. Our Modu University of Superpowers has a total of 4 lightning element system instructors. Among them, Director Yang Zhentian of the Academy of Weaponry is the first master I recommend you apprentice under." Immediately, Ava opened a profile panel in front of him. She continued, "Information on the other 3 will also be listed. 2 of them are from the Academy of Research. The other, although also belonging to the Academy of Weaponry, primarily uses a long sword. Ultimately, the choice is yours." Jingming was delighted. Lightning element system, and his specialty is also the long spear. This Director Yang is truly the best choice for me to apprentice under. The next day, in a secluded, luxurious manner, he stood before the door and exclaimed, "As expected of an instructor's residence, it's much more advanced level than a student's."
Mingyang stood leaning against the wall and started a conversation. "Did you come to apprentice?" "Wait a minute, you are still just an awakened one, specially admitted." Jingming responded, curious. "A few years ago, special admissions were either level 1 superior or mid-rank. I didn't expect this year to have a specially admitted student who is an awakened one. I'm a second-year student at the Academy of Weaponry. No, it's probably third year now, a third-year student." Tan Mingyang reintroduced himself. "Xu Jingming, a first-year new student, just registered for admission this year." Mingyang was surprised. "Just registered and already knows about apprenticing? Student Xu, your actions are really fast. Normal new students all wait until after the new student competition to learn about and apprentice." Jingming was surprised. "New student competition?" Mingyang explained. "The new student competition is a tradition of Modu University of Superpowers. We usually hold it 3 or 4 days after official registration. By then, all students and teachers in the school will come to watch the competition. Any new student who performs well will be competed for by the academies, and even directly taken as disciples by teachers. Of course, for a specially admitted student like you, it's not impossible to apprentice early." Mingyang thought to himself. "But even if a specially admitted student who just enrolled wants to apprentice under the dean, the difficulty is comparable to winning the lottery jackpot. It might just be a wasted trip." Xu Jingming smiled and said, "Thank you, Senior, for clarifying. Senior Tan, did you also come to find Teacher Young to apprentice?"
Mingyang nodded. "That's right. I've made several trips over the past half year, but I've been rejected at the door every single time. I was about to give up, but deep down I still felt unwilling to accept it. Suddenly, someone opened the door and stepped out, startling him. The butler said, 'Welcome, both of you. Teacher Yang is already waiting inside. Please come in with me.' Mingyang was stunned. It was strange because the previous times he had come to the door, the butler had never been so enthusiastic, and Teacher Yang was even waiting inside. Could it be that he had a chance to be chosen today? Afterwards, following his guidance, the two entered. Jingming assessed, "What a powerful aura. This is Yang Zhentian, an ability user upper tier level 7, who possesses the Thunder Spear and is the Dean of the Academy of Weaponry." He spoke, "You are Xu Jingming, aren't you? Director Zhang Chaoyou has already spoken to me. Follow me, I will take you to the training room." The two of them moved together to another room. Yang Zhentian spoke, "I've watched the video of your martial arts exam. Your combat ability is indeed very strong, and your spear mastery has reached a high level. But before that, I want to personally witness your S-rank supernatural ability, Purple Heaven Divine Lightning." Jingming agreed. Yes. Then he activated his wrist, beginning to conduct electricity. Finally, he raised his hand to the sky, drawing forth lightning bolts. He gritted his teeth and assessed. This is indeed the S-rank supernatural ability, Purple Heaven Divine Lightning.
Although I also possess lightning, earth, wind, fire, true lightning elemental abilities, the fundamental gap between grade A and grade S cannot be compensated for. If this youngster trains hard, his future achievements might not necessarily be lower than mine. Zhentian spoke up. "Xu Jingming, with your special ability potential, becoming my disciple is naturally not a problem. However, I have lived half my life and I have many friends and many enemies. If you become my disciple, it's hard to guarantee you won't be affected, and some enemies might even target you. Are you willing to accept this?" Immediately, Jingming knelt respectfully on the ground. He smiled, clasped his hands, and replied, "This disciple is willing." Then he pondered. What he admired most were high-tier ability users who had endured countless bloody storms. The more enemies suppressed and killed, the more it proved his master's combat power was very strong. Zhentian declared loudly, "Good.
Starting today, you are my 32nd disciple and also my first S-rank disciple. He helped Jingming stand up. Stand up. This is a special ability limit training method, one of the top special ability training methods, and a group-type combat skill created by your master, Thunder Indestructible God. He held the book overjoyed. It's actually a group-type combat skill that enhances physical strength. Compared to ordinary combat skills like Lightning Swift Wind Manual, this must be much more valuable. He said, "There's no need to say much about this special ability training method. It's one of the top 3 methods that only the school possesses." The main point is this team-type combat skill, Thunder Indestructible God, which is the lifelong effort of your master and has been recognized by Thunder Martial Arts Hall and Daoxiang Martial Arts Academy. Its rank can be considered S-rank. Jingming analyzed, S-rank combat skill is equivalent to the evaluation of a special ability. Combat skills also have ranks. The higher the rank, the more difficult it is to cultivate, but the combat skill will ultimately be stronger. Most 7th-level Grandmasters creating an A-rank combat skill is already very good, but Teacher Yang not only created an S-rank combat skill, but it also involves the mysteries of the human body, making it the most complex type of team combat skill. His martial arts talent in this regard is truly frighteningly high. Zentian explained, "This Thunder Indestructible God is only suitable for lightning ability user to cultivate, and it has a total of 13 layers. Each time you advance a level, your physical strength will undergo a corresponding transformation. But to cultivate it, you must first become an ability user. Go, wait until you advance using this limited special ability training method, then come find me. At that time, your master will personally help you reshape the foundation of the Thunder Indestructible God." He bowed his head to thank his teacher, sighing in his heart. It is indeed much better to have a teacher's guidance. Otherwise, relying only on himself, he wouldn't know how many detours he would have to take. He looked at Jingming expectantly. His own Thunder Indestructible God could only be cultivated to the 13th layer, and the remaining 3 layers remained stagnant, unable to be entered.
If in this lifetime I cannot ascend to the peak level 9 Martial Saint, then you are the greatest hope to verify this cultivation method. Because, according to my speculation, if one ultimately cultivates to Spirit Eruption, that vital energy could truly achieve the meaning of eternal immortality. Later, when he went out, Ming Yang was sitting, holding his head uncomfortably. Jingming asked with concern, "What happened to Senior Tan Ying?" Tan Ying, with a bruised face, sighed. "Don't even mention it. Did you see that male student in the hall just now? He is Director Yang's disciple. Senior, if I want to defeat him, would using 1/10 of my combat power be considered meeting the standard for apprenticeship? I'm afraid it's impossible in this lifetime. Oh right, you failed too, didn't you? Director Yang's sect isn't that easy to enter. Do you need me to share some experience?" Jingming refused. "No need, Senior. I've already passed." Ming Yang was furious internally. Did he really succeed? I've never heard of a director-level instructor accepting disciples before the new student competition. Could he be the principal's son? But his appearance doesn't quite match. Who exactly is he? In the training room on the 2nd floor, Xu Jingming's dormitory, he sat cultivating and pondering. It truly lived up to its reputation as a top-tier special ability training method. The origin energy he sensed was far greater than with an intermediate cultivation method. If he had mastered this training method, then there was no need to cultivate step by step.
Jingming touched the system, gained points, and directly advanced to silver rank. After that, his entire body was filled with spiritual chi and lightning power. Jingming gritted his teeth, trying to absorb it. His hands clenched so tightly that veins popped out. Finally, his whole body broke through in strength. He looked at the level 1 ability user notification, panting, "I've broken through." Jingming raised his hand, activating a bit of power. Immediately, a large amount of lightning power appeared on his hand. He clenched his hand into a fist and exclaimed, as expected of a top-tier special ability training method, "I can feel the special ability power in my body. It must have increased by at least 4 or 5 times. If I were to encounter that level 2 bloodthirsty Dalbear again, I wouldn't even need to use my spear. I'm afraid my thunder alone could defeat it." Jingming looked at the system and sighed. No wonder all ability users want to cultivate higher-level special abilities. If I had used the Deep Sea ability training method to break through, my vitality and spirit would have only increased by 30-40 points at most, but now, in one go, it has increased by nearly 100 points. This gap is truly too vast. To advance, he only spent 300 special ability points. He temporarily kept the remaining points for learning combat skills later. Jingming looked at the book on the table. For example, this Thunder Indestructible God volume, which was even more important than the training method. It was called an S-rank combat skill, and while its power increased with rank, the special ability points consumed were also high.
I don't know when I'll be able to fully comprehend it. The next day at the teacher's private villa, Zentian exclaimed in shock, "That fast? I've been at Modu University for 20 years and have met countless geniuses. Even the most outstanding among them had to spend a considerable amount of time to truly transform into an ability user. But it hasn't even been 24 hours since you obtained the secret manual." Jingming scratched his head awkwardly, perhaps a little proud of his advancement speed. The Thunder Cauldron indestructible body that Master cultivates, even the introductory foundation forging part is already very difficult. Zentian was surprised. The so-called foundation forging is to use the blood of a lightning element fierce beast as a guide and use one's own lightning ability to temper the tendons and bones. The final achievement, which is the strength of the Thunder Cauldron indestructible body, is related to the original lightning element fierce beast blood used for foundation forging. If you have successfully advanced, then today I will help you forge the foundation of the Thunder Cauldron indestructible body. High-tier lightning element fierce beasts are extremely rare. Originally, I prepared for you the essence blood of a level 7 storm giant bear that I personally defeated that year. However, I heard Zhang Chaoyu say that you can receive an S-grade resource every year. Therefore, I will take the initiative on your behalf, combine these two things, and obtain an SS-grade resource from the principal, which is the essence blood of an level 8 Tyrant Dragon Fierce Beast. Jingming was overjoyed. Teacher, you and the principal would actually go to such lengths for me.
This great kindness I will definitely repay it twofold in the future. Zentian patted his shoulder. It's good that you have this intention, but things cannot be delayed. We must start now. In the training room on the second floor, he poured essence blood onto his body. Zentian requested, "Endure a little. The essence blood of Thunder God Spike Dragon is a highly toxic substance for low-level special ability users, so extreme pain is normal. Next, I will use my Windfire True Thunder to forge an indestructible body foundation for you. How much you can absorb depends on yourself." Immediately, he quickly channeled energy into Jingming's body. Streaks of blood-colored lightning enveloped his body. Jingming screamed in pain as he received that immense power. Liu Ming sat drinking tea and chatting. "Fuba, this is already the 5th day, isn't it? This new Shu Sudade. It's surprising that he can endure it. Truly, there are always higher mountains beyond mountains. That year, I only persevered for 2 days before I couldn't hold on anymore. Only using the essence blood of a lower-tier level 7 fierce beast, Shu Sudade's performance is truly worthy of this portion of essence blood from an 8th-grade dragon-type fierce beast. And combined with an S-rank lightning elemental ability, I'm actually a little bit looking forward to Shu Sudade's Thunder Indestructible God." Suddenly, a loud crash from upstairs startled him. Liu Ming immediately ran upstairs. "Has Junior Disciple Brothers Foundation been successfully forged?" He pushed the door open and poked his head in to observe the situation inside. The scene inside was Jingming absorbing the essence blood, his eyes having turned fiery red.
Liu Ming assessed that this sense of threat, like a top fierce beast, made others tremble in fear. Suddenly, Jingming lost control, lunging at him like a wild beast. Chen Tian exclaimed in shock, "Jingming, wake up!" Immediately, Jingming retracted his killing intent and regained consciousness. He clutched his head and asked, "Teacher, what just happened to me? Why did I feel such a destructive urge?" He explained, "Just now, it was probably the essence blood of the Thunder Violent Dragon that affected your mind. The Thunder Violent Dragon is known for its cruelty, and coupled with your extremely high absorption efficiency, it caused this kind of side effect." He continued, "But you don't need to worry. As long as your emotions don't fluctuate violently, nothing will happen. As your strength advances, the side effects will gradually disappear." Jingming breathed a sigh of relief. "That's good then. I don't want to be controlled by my emotions and do something I'll regret." Chen Tian reassured him, "Cheer up a bit. This time, the forging was absolutely perfect, and your absorption efficiency has reached 98%. Among the 20 disciples who cultivate the Thunder Indestructible God under my tutelage, the highest only reached 92%. After so many years, you, youngster, have broken the record." Liu Ming praised, "Congratulations, Junior Disciple Brother. You have successfully forged the foundation of the Thunder Indestructible God. Your future in martial arts will be a smooth path." He introduced, "This is your Senior Disciple Brother, Liu Ming, a peak Tier 3 ability user. On your cultivation path, if there's anything you don't understand, you can consult him."
Jingming stepped forward. "Hello, Liu Suhing." Liu Suhing took out his phone and replied, "I didn't prepare anything for you, so I'll transfer some credits to you as a welcome gift from your senior brother." Jingming looked at the notification in surprise. 200 credits? Senior brother, that's too much. He thought to himself, this was no different from directly giving 200 Vant Yan just as a welcome gift. Chen Tian intervened. "Only 200 credits. For Liu Suhing, it's not too much. A senior brother should take care of his junior disciple brother a bit. When you have your own junior disciple brothers and junior disciple sisters, you'll also have to prepare such welcome gifts." Jingming obediently replied, "Yes, I understand." Chen Tian rubbed his temples and said, "Your foundation has been successfully forged. After 5 days without food or water, you should go back and rest first, then come here tomorrow morning. Follow your Lu Suing and learn fist techniques and spear techniques together." Jingming nodded. "Yes, thank you, teacher." A long time later, in his privately provided villa, Jingming walked in and was surprised to see someone in the house. The person introduced himself. "You must be my roommate, right? Hello, my name is Li Wentao. Nice to meet you." Jingming waved his hand. "Hello, I'm Shu Jingming." Li Wentao was stunned. Xu Jingming, are you the top scholar from Jiangnan province? Jingming asked in surprise. You know me? Li Wentao walked around looking at Jingming and said, Of course, my nickname is Beat Twist. I know the news of most of the new students in this batch, but I didn't specifically collect information about you. However, the stir you caused was truly too big, so I've heard about it more or less. The top scholar dark horse of Jiangnan province. I never expected to not only meet the real person, but also have him as my roommate.
That's right, you're really from Jiang City in the impoverished Jiangnan province, aren't you? And when you took the college entrance exam, you were really just an awakened one? Moreover, your special ability doesn't look like E rank at all. Jingming secretly rejoiced. My new roommate is talkative and enthusiastic. Honestly, he's quite likable. Anyway, I've always hated loneliness, whether in this life or the last. In my previous life, I grew up in an orphanage from a young age, was never adopted, and never felt like I belonged. It was better when I was in school. I had many classmates to play with. The happiest and most nostalgic time was university, playing games with classmates every day. After that, I took exams for master's and doctoral degrees. Who would have thought that after drinking a bit too much on graduation night, I'd wake up in this world? Unexpectedly, after transmigrating here, I'm still an orphan, but with a roommate like this, I won't be lonely anymore. He continued, I am a first-rank intermediate. A-rank mental ability, I chose Tactical Academy. In the future, I want to command 1,000,000 mighty warriors and eliminate all fierce beasts on Blue Star. Jingming interrupted. All right, that's enough talking. I still have to go to the martial arts hall later. Wentao eagerly said, Martial arts hall? I had never been to the martial arts hall Motto University before. At the Thunder Martial Arts Hall, a branch of Motto Supernatural University, he couldn't help but be surprised to see how lively it was. Everyone was laughing and talking. One person boasted, My C-rank Yang Extreme Blazing Flame combat skill is finally mastered. Another scoffed, So what if you've mastered it? He still can't break through my golden skin transformation. Another proudly declared, You're all trash. With my triple gigantification, one slap can pin you to the wall. Eva explained, This is our hall's common training room, which can simultaneously accommodate 300 people for training. The entire hall is cast from grade C alloy mixed with memory metal, so there's no need to worry about special ability or combat skills causing damage. Of course, if needed, private training rooms are also available. Jingming declined. No need for now, let's just train here. Wentao excitedly ran around saying, Great, these guys are all competing to see who's stronger, one making more noise than the other. He looked at Wentao, thinking, You're making quite a bit of noise yourself. Jingming curiously asked Eva, What are these pillars for? Eva explained, These are our punching power challenge boards. There are 5 boards in total, corresponding to ability users from level 1 to level 5, respectively. Would you two like to give it a try? If you make it into the top 3,000 on a board, you can receive 50 academic credits. He wondered, If I make it into the top 3,000, I can receive a reward?
Is it that simple? Wentao pondered. The entire Modu University of Superpowers only had a little over 4,000 students. He said, All right, let me give it a try. Eva instructed, Just swipe your student ID card on the pillar to start the challenge. But when challenging punching power, you are not allowed to use special abilities or combat skills. Immediately, Wentao walked up to the machine and swiped his card. The device announced through its loudspeaker, Welcome Lu Wentao, student ID 203701256, to begin the Punching Power Challenge. Please give him a round of applause. Immediately, everyone gathered to watch. Someone's starting the Punching Power Challenge. Looking at his aura, he seems to be only a first-rank intermediate, probably a new student. This is going to be interesting to watch. Wentao was indignant. Starting a challenge caused such a big commotion, with so many people gathering to watch. He couldn't afford to lose face. He immediately got ready and threw a full-force punch forward. Then a powerful punch landed on the measuring machine. Eva reported, Punching power, 476 kilograms, performed exceptionally well. Wentao breathed a sigh of relief. Good thing I didn't lose face. Getting into the top 3,000 should be no problem. The device continued, but unfortunately, your punching power only ranks after the 100,000th place. He was startled. What? After 100,000? Doesn't the entire Modu University of Superpowers only had a little over 4,000 students? Eva explained, This records the achievements of all students over the past 100 years.
Ever since Motto Supernatural University was built, Wentao shouted, Scam! No wonder everyone was looking at him. It turned out they were waiting to see him make a fool of himself. Everyone scoffed. A rank of 100,000 is too funny. Back when I was a new student, I wasn't that low. Looking at this youngster's face, red like a monkey's bottom, he must be a new student. Jingming patted his shoulder comfortingly. Don't mind it. You're a mental system. Physical punch strength isn't your forte. He awkwardly scratched his face. Thanks for the comfort. Do you want to try challenging it? You'll definitely be stronger than me. He agreed. All right, it's a good chance for me to test myself a bit. Wentao cheered. Go for it. The honor of our dormitory rests on you. Eva announced. Welcome, Xu Jingming. Student ID 203701204. Opening a punch strength challenge. Please give him a round of applause. The crowd buzzed.
Another newcomer is challenging. This strength is even lower, just a lower tier level 1. For a lower tier level 1, it's hard to say if their punch strength can even reach 400 kilograms. Wait, this name sounds familiar. Jingming focused his thoughts. Promoted to level 1 ability user, plus 5 days and 5 nights of foundational training. What level has my punch strength truly reached? One punch will reveal the answer. After that, he got into a ready stance, clenching his hand into a fist.
Jingming swung a powerful punch into the measuring machine, creating a torrent of fierce power. He braced his hand against the strength measuring machine, focusing on listening to Eva's report. Punch strength 4,589 kilograms. Highest punch strength. Congratulations on breaking the record. Everyone buzzed. So the punch strength record has been broken. Over 4,000 kilograms? Is this something a first-tier rank can do? One punch could turn me into minced meat. You're telling me this is a new student? The girls chatted. I heard that the top 1,000 on this board are all leaders of their generation. So how exaggerated will the future first-place achievements be? The record for the first column has been maintained for over 10 years. I've already recorded this historic scene. Wen Tao praised. You're truly my big brother. From now on, I'll follow you, going wherever you tell me to. Jingming awkwardly said, Don't be so ostentatious, he mused. The result is much better than I thought. Thunder Dragon and I are truly very compatible. The leveling up effect is truly very significant. Eva approached. Congratulations, Xu Jingming, on breaking the record. The reward of 400 credits has been sent to your personal account. Jingming happily said, Not bad. So if I break the record again next time, will I still receive credits? It explained. For the same rank, only the first time you break it will you receive a reward. You can try other groups to receive rewards. He looked. The remaining 4 columns corresponded to special ability users from 2nd tier to 5th tier.
Then wait until later to break them. Everyone surrounded Jingming. A senior asked Xu Jingming, First time here, right? Come, let me teach you. Our club is short on members. You should join. He left in a panic. It's better to go to a private training room. Elsewhere, Liu Ming spoke up. Teacher, Xu Junior Disciple Brother is already on the school forum. 4,500 kilograms broke the record for the punch test. The muscular strength is truly exaggerated. Chen Tian often wondered, why did he run to the martial arts hall to break the record instead of resting properly? He sighed thoughtfully. That year, I was at first stage upper rank, first level of Thunder Indestructible God. My punch strength test was only over 3,500 kilograms. Little junior disciple brother Jingming is not just a little stronger than me. Someone was intently following the news on the forum to the point of rage. So Xu Jingming also came to Modu, making me miss the top spot in Jiangnan province and become the laughingstock of Ning'an City. This time, I must reclaim all honor for myself. Jingmin sat, holding a knife, looking at his hand thoughtfully. After acquiring Thunder Indestructible God, even if he didn't eat, drink, or rest for 5 days and 5 nights, he was still full of vitality. Body tempering made his skin's defense comparable to E-grade alloy. For ordinary people, this was truly impervious to blades and spears, truly worthy of being an S-rank combat skill for body tempering. Wen Tao ran in and called out, Ang Ming, the news of you breaking the record on the school forum is very hot. Many people have left comments wanting to challenge you.
He said, Madu's lasting artistic influence is quite powerful. The other person excitedly said, Ang Ming, I'll help you curse these people who don't know their place. Jingming patted his shoulder to stop him. Forget it. Don't waste any more time. I still have to make a trip to the combat skill library. You go back to the dormitory by yourself. The combat skill library was a magnificent building. He used magic to open the security gate. Jingming thought curiously. It's rumored that the combat skill library is managed by the vice principal of the space element ability, and it seems to be true. With this kind of protection, even a 9th stage martial saint would not be able to steal the things stored inside. He exclaimed, Amazing! Jingming swiped his student ID card through the scanner. Then he slowly stepped through the barrier and entered. A female teacher came out to greet him. S-rank student Xu Jingming, welcome to the combat skill library. How may we help you? Jingming was surprised. You know me? She explained. Students with S-rank authority can view all combat skills in the library. As someone with special authority, the moment you swiped your student ID card, we already received a notification. The teacher thought to herself, S-rank authority means having limitless potential, and in the future, they will at least be a Grandmaster level ability user. We must definitely befriend them. He nodded. So that's how it is. I want to see the combat skills of the lightning power ability system.
Which floor do I need to go to for reading? She instructed. Grade B and below are on the 23rd floor public reading room. Higher grades require going to the 4th floor, where a card swipe grants access. Please come this way, Jingming politely replied. All right, thank you. Eva spoke up. After you've chosen your combat skills, we will give you the original secret manual. Since secret manuals of grade B and above are extremely valuable, please pay extra attention while reading. He requested, display all lightning power combat skills of grade B and above. The system agreed. Understood.
Immediately after, Eva projected a series of knowledge about lightning power. Jingming was surprised. SS rank combat skill? There's an SS rank too? The secret skill manuals of the top school are truly diverse. Is this something I get to see for free? Unfortunately, cultivation has requirements for both ability and rank. For now, I'll just have to learn grade A, with types like offense, defense, body utilization, body tempering, and support. Grade A skills were indeed countless. Luckily, the teacher was good, otherwise it would be hard to choose. Fortunately, the teacher had previously listed a recommended list for him, which saved a lot of time. After that, he busied himself with the new pages of knowledge. Finally, Jingming made a decision. I'll choose these 4. Jingming rested his chin on his hand and analyzed. Lightning Fury is a long-range attack type. Chain Lightning Spear is a powerful attack type. Lightning Flash is a body utilization type. As for Lightning Prison, it controls the situation. These 4 combined will be very effective.
Coupled with Thunder Indestructible God, he almost had no flaws. Eva said, the system detected that you chose 4 A-rank combat skills. The learning time to elementary level for each skill is 6 months. It is recommended to combine them with other lower-level skills. He refused. That's not necessary. The teacher brought the books in and said, these are your combat skill books. Jingming looked at the books intently. In the market, C/B rank combat skills can cost millions, even tens of millions, while A rank is priceless. Taking 4 books at once was truly too luxurious. Intent Realm and Fortune are truly abstract. No wonder A-rank combat skills can only be read from the original copy. This copied version cannot reproduce them at all. He just sat there engrossed in reading the books, oblivious to the passage of time. Gradually, it was 7 p.m., and Jingming was still studying the books. He flipped through each page and memorized the content within. A moment later, Jingming leaned back in his chair and sighed, I finished reading them all. Energy, add points. The system's voice continuously appeared. Consume 200 special ability points for each skill. He observed the content of each skill in the status panel. Jingming clenched his fist and muttered to himself, so many combat skills. I wonder who will be the first lucky one to taste the power of this set of my combat skills. Night fell in the high-level villa. When Tao spoke up, on Ming, Eva just came to announce that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., the student assembly will take place at Field 1.
Additionally, a large group was formed for students. Wen Tao nodded slightly. Jingming nodded, okay. Wen Tao asked, by the way, Ming, have you chosen the rank of warrior yet? Jingming replied, they are 4 A-rank warriors. Wen Tao was stunned internally. 4 A-rank warriors. Those who have graduated are already 23 years old, as expected of Ming, not taking the ordinary path. Wen Tao spoke up, can I take a quick look at the A-rank combat skill? So you are the one with A-rank authority, right? Jingming turned around, not A-rank, but S-rank. Wen Tao was startled and stood up abruptly. S-rank? It turns out our school has even higher authority than that. Why do you possess it? Could it be that you're not E-rank as rumored online, but actually an S-rank supernatural ability? Jingming calmly said, let me tell someone who knows everything like you one more thing. Wen Tao excitedly said, although I guessed that with your evaluation you would have such authority, I didn't expect it to be S-rank. Top scholars from other provinces are only A-rank. He added, investing in shares now was indeed the right decision. From now on, I'll be your die-hard fan. In the training room on the second floor, Jingming chose a weapon. Since the warriors were already chosen, equipment hacked the attic. The previous F-rank Blackluster spear was damaged and couldn't be brought. Even if it wasn't damaged, it wouldn't keep up with the current intensity. Jingming requested, Eva, open the school store, search for spear-type weapons. Eva obeyed. Yes. Jingming looked at the information. There were indeed many types of E-rank and D-rank spears, and specific lengths and weights could also be requested.
But the higher the rank, the greater the weight. Jingming chose E-grade 200 kilograms, along with a combat suit and combat boots. The phone rang. Purchase a long spear, combat suit, and shoes, totaling 237 credit points. It will be delivered tomorrow. Please pay attention to receiving the goods. Jingming thought. The credit points were spent so unrestrainedly, in an instant only half remained. Before the new spear arrived, he needed to rely on it to hold on. Tonight, he would use it to practice the 4 newly learned A-rank combat skills. The next day, at the new student assembly, everyone gathered. Seeing him pass by, everyone discussed. That's Xu Jingming, the one who broke the school record yesterday, and also the top scholar Jiangnan province. We thought he'd be a muscular brute, but he's so handsome. Suddenly, Leiju shouted, Xu Jingming, I, Leiju, want to challenge you. The crowd buzzed. That was Leiju, who ranked second place in the Jiangnan province exam. It was said that he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and both his parents were level 4 ability users. Unfortunately, no one remembered second place, so he was unwilling to accept it. Jingming refused. I'm sorry, I'm not interested. He provoked. Don't be so quick to refuse. I remember your aunt's family sells strange flowers and exotic herbs, right? Coincidentally, my family is the biggest buyer, and your aunt's family still owes a large sum of money. If they can't pay it back in time, your aunt's family will be in trouble. Hearing those words, he became furious. Are you threatening me? Leiju immediately stepped back due to the pressure emanating from Jingming.
He thought the scent of a fierce beast emanated from him again. Leiju said, no threat, just a reminder.
Jingming said indifferently, location, time. Lei Ju replied, 12 p.m., 7 days from now, at Thunder Arena number 3. Jingming agreed, all right, I'll be there. I hope you don't regret it. The crowd whispered, first place versus second place. It's going to be lively in 7 days. We'll have to go claim our spots early then. Later, the host announced, students, welcome to Modu University. The official orientation begins. Everyone has been summoned to answer questions about course modules and mentors. But first, let's look at the school's combat power rankings. You will use a virtual secret chamber to conduct simulated battles. Finally, your ranking will be determined by the number of successful clearances. Everyone do your best. The rewards will be generous. Following that were speeches from the teachers. The students below began to buzz with discussion. Jingming yawned. Finally, the hour-long meeting concluded. Only the secret chamber seemed interesting. He might try it if he got the chance. But in the next few days, he should still go find senior brother Liu Ming and his mentor for training. In the following days, he sometimes trained with Liu Ming. Other times, he cultivated his cultivation technique with Chen Tian. And finally, Jingming circulated his qi within himself. 7 days later, Liu Ming spoke. Junior brother, have you already advanced to a 1-star mid-tier? How long has it been? Jingming humbly replied, just luck. Jingming thought he had deliberately waited a few days before spending 386 special ability to advance from low tier to mid tier.
Otherwise, he will threaten his senior brother. Lu Ming patted his shoulder. All right, you have a fight scheduled with a freshman this afternoon, don't you? Xu Jingming replied, that's right. Gu Yu said, all right, I'll silently mourn for the opponent for 3 minutes. Later, your senior brother will go there with you. I want to broaden my horizons and see what this junior brother is like at his peak. Soon after, they arrived at the meeting place together. Lei Ju was already waiting. Everyone discussed. There's still a freshman match, just in time to use this opportunity to watch the top scholar. I've checked, the top scholar is from a desolate place. I guess Lei Ju will win. Not necessarily. Xu Jiming has broken many records after all. Uncertain, will it ultimately depend on special ability? They exclaimed in surprise. Xu Jingming is here. Lu Ming mused. With our junior brother looking like this, I wonder how many more girls he'll charm with his future achievements. He analyzed. Xu Jingming's rank has increased, but it's still manageable. I have other preparations. Lei Ju said, Xu Jingming, relying on wins and losses is boring. How about we bet all our credit points? Do you dare? Xu Jingming agreed. All right, I have 370 points. Lei Ju replied, you have quite a few credit points. If mine aren't enough, I'll use great inferior currency. To avoid cheating, we'll transfer them to Miss Su's account. The teacher presiding over the arena is Zhou Yun, a mid-level rank 6 ability user. Jingming secretly smiled. Combat between ability users is very dangerous. It seems the school doesn't want anyone to die. No problem.
The audience cheered. The betting stakes of 370 increased generously. The excitement was building. Zhou Yun instructed, the module has been received. Both sides prepare. If one side concedes or loses consciousness, they are not allowed to continue. Otherwise, they will be severely penalized. He calmly stepped into the arena, replying, understood. Lei Ju became even more smug. Even from this far, you can still feel the burning sensation. He charged forward, launching an attack with the move Blazing Flame Slash. Lei Ju's blade aimed directly at Jingming, who stood unperturbed. He merely used his spear lightly and parried the attack. The watching students turned pale. He blocked it without using a combat skill. A normal attack actually broke a major move. Lei Ju gritted his teeth, unable to believe it. How can this be? He said coldly. Nothing is impossible, because you are too weak. Jingming used the spear in his hand to strike him hard in the abdomen. Lei Ju immediately winced after being struck back by Jingming. He was sent flying far away, and blood began to flow. Lei Ju hit his back against the arena wall, unconscious on the spot. The audience buzzed. It's over so quickly. Xu Jingming only wielded his spear twice. Wasn't Lei Ju supposed to be stronger? The vast majority of new students here couldn't have withstood that. Only Xu Jingming's strength was already at the forefront. Liu Ming thought, this is truly boring. My junior brother hasn't even shown 10% of his strength.
Zhou Yun declared, you have won this match. Lei Ju woke up, wiping blood. He gnashed his teeth in anger, saying, I haven't conceded. The match isn't over yet. He took out a medicinal pill. Zhou Yun exclaimed in alarm, bloodburst pill? Don't you need your life? This is a match that doesn't require risking your life. The spectators were indignant. Lei Ju took out a power burst pill. Although it temporarily increases power, its effects are very dangerous. 1 month after the competition, one gains, one loses a person. Lei Ju guaranteed, it's fine. I'll bear the consequences myself. I'll take a gamble. I accept. Wen Tao exclaimed indignantly, how is a match where medicinal pills are used any different from cheating? Others agreed, this is a foul. Zhou Yun explained, this is a battle without official rules. Weapons and equipment are all allowed to be used for support. If Xu Jingming has them, he can also use them. He swallowed the medicinal pill, then burst with power, roaring. Zhou Yun analyzed, the level of this power burst pill is not low. Lei Ju has reached level 2 lower rank. Xu Jingming is in trouble. Lei Ju's combat gear was greatly enhanced, and this mindset, on the contrary, had the demeanor of a great general.
Xu Jingming's aura surged. Finally, it was no longer an adult beating a child. He immediately extended his spear and charged forward rapidly. Lei Zhu was startled when he saw Xu Jingming. Such fast speed! The two of them clashed head-on with their weapons. Lei Zhu couldn't block it and immediately dropped his weapon, retreating. Lei Zhu clutched his arm. He thought to himself, now it's already low tier 2.
In terms of strength, he couldn't fight Xu Jingming. After all, what kind of monster was Xu Jingming? If he couldn't confront him directly, then he would prolong the attack. Jingming sneered. Is this all you've got? He was furious. What kind of lightning elemental ability did Xu Jingming possess that had absolutely no flaws? But currently, he couldn't get close to him. Before the medicinal ingredients wore off, he had to exhaust Jingming's thunder. Then he would still have a chance. After that, the two stood far apart and attacked. Jingming nimbly flipped his body, dodging each move. Then he counterattacked, causing Lei Zhu pain. Lei Zhu was bewildered, not expecting Jingming to also have long-range attack methods. Lei Zhu looked up in surprise. What kind of combat skill is this now? His eyes turned cold, and he stretched out his hand, calling out, "Lightning Prison." He was immediately stunned when surrounded. Damn it, this is a restrictive combat skill. Lei Zhu struggled, using all his strength to break free from the surrounding electric current. He smugly said, "I can't get out, but you won't be able to get in either. Let's see who gets exhausted first." Jingming stepped forward. The fire shield seemed to have extraordinary defensive capabilities. He wondered how many lightning spears it could withstand. He leaped into the air, much to Lei Zhu's astonishment. Jingming unleashed countless consecutive lightning spears. He was fiercely attacked, and his defensive shield shattered. Lei Zhu watched in terror as the lightning spears rushed towards him. "I'm going to die. If I get hit, I'll die." He screamed in horror, clutching his head. "I surrender." At that very moment, the tip of the lightning spear in Jingming's hand was already touching Lei Zhu's head.
Jingming used his hand to press down on the weapon, then pierced through him. Lei Zhu screamed miserably, clutching his chest in pain. He looked down with disdain. Zhou Yun announced, "The winner of this match is Xu Jingming." The audience was excited. Nian Up is still Nian Up. He unleashed 4 combat skills in just 4-5 seconds. It's too exaggerated, definitely not a new student's level. But the power of Xu Jingming's skills isn't bad. They all feel like grade B. 4 powerful grade B skills. The best combat skill I possess is only C rank. Liu Ming slapped his head. Grade B? You're underestimating him. They're all grade A. The unbelievable thing is that they are all at a level that can be used in actual combat. Back then, I only dared to choose one grade A skill, Thunder Flash. Even so, it took me 4 months to learn it. Having a junior disciple brother like this, the pressure is immense. Lei Zhu spoke. "Xu Jingming, thank you for changing the spearhead just now, sparing my life. This time I am completely convinced. The credits and yuan all belong to you. Also, regarding your little lady, I will submit it on time." She announced, 50 credits and 320 yuan have been transferred. He replied, yes, feeling happy inside, thinking to himself, betting money comes so quickly. Wen Tao jumped up and praised, "Ong Ming is amazing. This time you succeeded. Tonight, how about we go relax a bit at the Moto University Center?" Jingming refused. "No, I still have training with my senior disciple brother later."
Du Ming said, "Work needs rest to last long." Such a long training period truly called for relaxation. He smiled. "Yes, I'll follow senior disciple brother's advice." Wen Tao continued, "Lu Ming is the vice president of Kuitang Society, grade A lightning element." He admired and exclaimed, "You truly have more charisma than in your photos. So let's decide on tonight's matter like this. Ong Ming, you need to follow me. I will arrange the rest of the program." Jingming, upon hearing this, surprisingly turned his head and curiously asked, "What program?" Wen Tao excitedly said, "A program absolutely not to be missed after entering university, the social activities of the male and female dorms." Many dishes were already laid out on the dining table. Wen Tao brought a cake over to Jingming and said, "Ong Ming, your popularity this time is truly a huge boost. I've sent out invitations for the gathering on the school forum. Guess how many people signed up?" He placed the cake on the table and sighed, "It's 100 people. We have to choose one pair from them. I'm already overwhelmed." Jingming rested his chin on his hand. "You're really proactive about this, choosing 1 out of 100 people. This time I'm actually very curious who you'll ultimately choose." He chuckled. "I'll keep it a secret for now. You'll meet them later." With that, he turned his head, and just as he mentioned Cao Cao arrived. "Here, here." A girl in a pink dress with an easygoing style waved and said, "Good evening, both of you. I am Su Dongho. I've come by invitation." The girl behind her was dressed more provocatively.
"I am his roommate, Song Qiuyun." Wen Tao smiled. B Donghae is an A-rank Beast-type enhancement element ability user. Song Qiuyun is an upper-tier level 1, an A-rank Light-type natural ability user, and also the provincial top scholar of Sichuan province this year. Jingming introduced. "Nice to meet you. My name is Su Jingming." Song Qiuyun was surprised. "Su Jingming? So you are Su Jingming." Qiuyun excitedly said, "Interested in a little spar? Feel free to choose the time and place." Donghae immediately stopped her. "Hey, Qiuyun, you're really a battle maniac. Why are you challenging someone to a fight right after meeting them? We're here for a meeting." Song Qiuyun was surprised.
Huh? Is this a meeting? I thought I could spar with a fellow student today. Jingming extended his hand. It's just a misunderstanding. Please have a seat. Wintao added. That's right. Today we're going out to have some fun. Let's grab a bite to eat first, then go shopping together. In the center of Modu City, Huaihai Shopping Street, Kilyuan looked around in surprised. Wow, it's so prosperous. The two girls walked ahead, followed by the two boys, all dressed in fashionable and beautiful clothes. A-rank Moonlight Blade. Su Jingming looked around and exclaimed, it truly lives up to its reputation as one of the top shopping streets in the entire country. Combat armor, weapons, medicinal pills, much more complete than Jiangxi. The four walked past the roadside snack stalls.
Let's go shopping together. Jingming reached out his hand and Chu Yun handed him the blue bag she was holding. He walked behind, watching the two girls in front. He sighed as he looked at the pile of items in his hands. They had already spent several million yuan in just one evening. This Chu Yun, despite her simple attire, was unexpectedly a wealthy young woman. Wen Tao smiled. Ming, you don't know. She not only has money, but her background is also very powerful. At this moment, Dong He shouted towards the two. You two gallant gentlemen, help us with the last bag, then we can probably head back. A moment later, in front of the building, Jingming waved. This is as far as I go. Tu Yun thanked them. We had a lot of fun today. Thank you too. He turned and left. No need to be polite. Goodbye. Wen Tao waved. Goodbye. Her face flushed. Su Jingming, what I said before was serious. One day in the future, I will seek your guidance and spar with you. Hearing this, Jingming glanced back. He gave an excited smile. No problem. I'm really looking forward to it. She smiled faintly upon hearing that. Dong He behind her covered her mouth and looked at Chu Yun. She stepped forward to tease. Chu Yun, since we started school, I've never seen you treat a male student so well. But you're not bad to Su Jingming. Bringing you along to this gathering was really the right thing to do.
Q Yun replied. Her Divine Radiance Light A-rank ability was highly sensitive, allowing her to see that the inner thoughts of the male students looking at her were far from simple. The boys around her were full of perverted thoughts, breasts for offense, butt for defense, a perfect body. If she were my girlfriend, it would truly be beautiful. I really want her. Today's side dish is ready. She opened her eyes, but Xu Jingming was different. He only had goodwill without any evil thoughts. In short, he was very special. Q Yun rubbed her chin with amusement. It seems our song Young Miss, this is love. Meanwhile, Jingming and Wentao were chatting. Jingming let out a long breath. Phew, it's not bad to go out for a walk once in a while. Wentao agreed. That's right. Jingming's lips curled slightly. Song Q Yun has reached upper tier level 1. It seems I still need to continue working hard. Time flew by. 15 days later, in the training room, Jingming was training. Perhaps I can advance one more time. Shenlan, give me a little more. The mechanical voice sounded. Special ability points deducted by 456. First rank intermediate promoted to upper tier level 1. Special ability points deducted by 354. Thunder Indestructible God first layer promoted to Thunder Indestructible God second layer. He let out a long breath. The promotion still enhanced overall strength as before. This second layer still aimed at strengthening the evolution of muscles and bones.
Jingming looked down at the book. Based on the records, if he could break through to the third level, he would unlock the special state called Thunder Extreme State, which would enhance his strength and speed to their limits for a short period. He looked at his status panel. The Thunder Extreme State was truly worth looking forward to, but unfortunately, his special ability points were almost depleted. It was time to ask his teacher for leave to go on a trip to the wilderness area to hunt fierce beasts and replenish his special ability points. At Chen Tian's house, after hearing Jingming's report, he shouted, Jingming, you've broken through again? He confirmed, I was just about to tell you, I broke through last night. Also, my Thunder Indestructible God has also broken through to the second level. He thought excitedly, breaking through ranks, breaking through organizations, these are all extremely difficult matters, yet Jingming spoke of it as easily as drinking water. With an S-rank supernatural ability combined with such rigorous training, how could he worry about not succeeding? At this moment, Liu Ming walked in. I told you, junior disciple brother is a prodigy. That year, it took me half a year to break through from first rank intermediate to upper tier level 1. He cheerfully suggested, increasing your rank is very important, but practical combat training cannot be neglected either. Have a spar with your Liu Shuhuing, so I can see how strong you've become after your power has advanced. Jingming nodded.
All right. At the training ground, Lu Ming handed him a spear and said, Junior disciple brother, I will suppress my strength to lower tier level 2. You can use your full strength to attack. Both got into a ready stance. He slowly counted down. 3, 2, 1. His voice rang out. Begin. Immediately after the command, both transformed into two streaks of lightning, charging straight towards each other. In midair, the two spears collided, creating a vortex of wind. Lu Ming was surprised. Such great strength, yet it's on par with mine. Jingming was a little excited. Since acquiring the system, this was the first time he had encountered an evenly matched opponent. Thinking this, he gathered energy into his right palm and shouted loudly, Lightning Prison! A lightning orb shot towards Lu Ming. He continued to unleash consecutive lightning spears, striking from above with a barrage of spears.
Lu Ming was surprised. Well done, that's the combo that defeated Lei Ju. Too bad, I'm not a new student like him. He channeled his strength and unleashed Jade Body True Thunder, sending out a barrage of blue lightning bolts. 20 minutes later, Jingming leaned on his spear and surrendered. Senior disciple brother, my divine thunder is completely depleted. I've lost. Lu Ming landed on the ground. In terms of skill, you didn't lose. You were just at a disadvantage regarding your energy source. Chen Tian approached. Not bad, not bad. Truly a spectacular battle. Jingming's performance truly exceeded my expectations. Originally, I thought Lu Ming would easily win.
Unexpectedly, the two of them were so evenly matched that they even had to rely on attrition tactics to secure victory. He narrowed his eyes at him. Do you know what level your true strength reached just now? He wondered. What level? He replied, Invincible level 2. He looked at him in surprise, speechless. Zhentian waved his hand. All right, the practical combat training is over. Take a break. This Azure Spirit exotic fruit can dispel fatigue. It's very suitable to eat after training. Jingming approached Zhentian. Teacher, there's something I'd like to ask your permission for. He assented. Go ahead. He stated his wish. I'm preparing to leave school and make a trip to the wilderness zone. Zhentian was doubtful. Going to the wilderness zone? How long do you plan to be gone? Jingming replied. More than a month. I'll be back before the individual student competition. He was a little surprised. That long? He narrowed his eyes and thought, this wilderness zone is not like the arena of the university entrance exam. There are no troops protecting it, and ferocious beasts roam freely and rampage indiscriminately. Furthermore, their distribution is irregular, so if you're not careful, you could easily encounter high-level ferocious beasts, let alone staying there for a month. The danger is self-evident. But he dismissed those thoughts, patting his shoulder. Very well, if you insist on going, then go ahead. Remember, if the situation turns bad, flee immediately. The rise of every powerhouse must go through life and death crises.
If my disciple has the will to improve, I will not stop him. Hearing this, Jingming immediately bowed his head and thanked his teacher. Zhentian asked curiously, by the way, which wilderness area are you going to? He took the Azure Spirit exotic fruit from Lu Ming's hand and turned to him. The wilderness area in the suburbs of Primordial City. He stroked his beard. All right, that's right next to Modu. The highest level fierce beasts there are only level 4. It's relatively not dangerous. Later, let Lu Ming impart some experience to you. He thanked him. Yes, master. He raised his hand and a beam of light emanated from his storage ring. I can't really help much. I could only prepare a handheld weapon for you. A weapon appeared in Zhentian's hand. He was surprised. This is? The scene shifted to Jingbing's room, where he sat on his bed. He looked at Eva and ordered, Eva, open the school's mission system. A series of missions appeared. He calculated that based on the experience imparted by his senior disciple brother, it was best to take on external missions to earn some credits before leaving school. Jingming scanned through the missions, collecting fierce beast materials, picking strange flowers and exotic herbs, apprehending escaped criminals, large-scale reconnaissance missions. He sighed. Missions with high credit rewards inevitably involve combat, truly pushing students into a pit of fire. This is the cultivation style of Modi's Supernatural University.
Jingming quickly operated the screen. No wonder some people say that the most outstanding students of Mado Supernatural University are not found within the school, but outside of it. He chose one grade A mission and one grade B mission. A moment later, he had fully prepared his equipment. All preparations were complete. There was no time for delay. He had to depart immediately. Eva bid farewell, wishing him good luck. At the primordial salvation base of Primal City, the clamor of recruitment echoed everywhere. Fierce Beast Hunting Squad. From afar, high-grade medicinal pill. Come and see. C-rank squad recruiting. Search mission. Anyone want to join? Jingming looked around. He had finally arrived at the primordial salvation base of Primal City. He stepped inside. He entered the hall of the Adventurers Guild. A receptionist approached, bowing. Welcome, sir. How may I help you? He presented his card. I want to register as an adventurer. To enter the wilderness, I first need to register for a nationally recognized adventurer identity. She took the card, surprised. A level 1 student from Mado Supernatural University venturing into the wilderness is truly rare. The paperwork will take some time. Please rest for a moment first. Jingming turned and walked toward the seating area. Suddenly, a commotion from his left caught his attention.
Goddess Jiang Tu Shui, my goddess is so beautiful, truly worthy of being a student of Mado Supernatural University. The aura she exudes is truly powerful. A girl with long silver hair and a radiant aura walked in. This was Jiang Tu Shui, a second-year student of Mado Supernatural University. They were discussing in the back. It seemed Goddess Jiang wanted to go to the wilderness area to find materials for video filming. Although her videos were completed by a team, their quality was very high. I watch every episode. Goddess Jiang's online fans probably already exceed 10 million, right? Not only that, but 15 million. If she were my girlfriend, I'd be willing to live 10 years less. He thought to himself, Mado Supernatural University. Her beauty was on par with Song Chu-yoon. The receptionist from earlier approached. Here is your adventure card, satellite smartwatch, and the map of the wilderness area within. It has detailed markings of danger levels in the activity of fierce beasts in each area. Jingming took it and said thank you. The two chatted, unaware that someone had been listening from afar all this time. After the receptionist left, he immediately approached the young man. "Young man, first time entering the wilderness area, right? You can't go without medicinal pills. How about it? Want to buy some?" Jingming immediately asked cautiously, "What's the price?" The other person lifted his clothes. "First grade wound healing medicinal pill, 20,000 per pill. First grade detoxification medicinal pill, 50,000 per pill."
The second grade effect is better, but the price is a bit expensive, around 30 to 40,000. He replied, I wouldn't say it's expensive. Hearing this, the man smiled. "You know your stuff. My medicinal pills are famous for being both cheap and effective." His eyes narrowed and his lips curled into a smirk. Even a first-grade medicinal pill would cost at least 30 to 40,000 per piece. For this person to quote such a low price, there must be something unusual going on. He's definitely a swindler, specifically targeting naive newcomers like himself. He asked, "How many do you need?" But Jingming exposed his trick. "You've used this trick to swindle quite a few newcomers, haven't you?" He was surprised. But then he stepped closer, threatening. "You saw through it early on, so you intended to mess with me, didn't you?" He wasn't afraid and smirked. "What do you think?" He was furious. "Good, very good. You're the first person to dare mess with me right here in the relief base." Just then, a girl appeared to intervene. "Zhao Xuanlin, are you swindling people here again?" Seeing the girl, Zhao Xuanlin turned and left. He snorted coldly. Consider yourself lucky, youngster." Before leaving, he turned back and threatened, "But for the next few days, you'd best not leave the relief base. Otherwise, you'll regret it." The people around immediately started discussing. "Tss, tss. For this newcomer to catch Zhao Xuanlin's attention, he's in for a miserable time. Why pick on him of all people?" He just had to provoke Zhao Xuanlin. That's right, I heard he's already advanced to mid-tier level 2. How could this level 1 upper-tier kid possibly be his opponent? The girl warned Jingming. Zhao Xuanlin is someone who always seeks revenge. For now, don't leave the bloodburst pill. He nodded and replied, "Thanks for the reminder. He deceives people like that, and no one does anything about it?" She left. Zhao Xuanlin has a black market background. Who would dare to cross him? If you need relief supplies, just go to the official channel to buy them. Remember, don't leave the bloodburst pill. He couldn't help but muse. She was quite a kind girl. Jingming closed his eyes, deciding to let it go for now. First, he should buy the necessary supplies for a month: healing pill, detoxification pill, bloodburst pill, and many other things he needed to buy. With that thought, he went to the reception desk to buy the necessary supplies. Then he put everything into his backpack. A moment later, he confidently walked out of the bloodburst pill. Zhao Xuanlin was already waiting outside. "You really have no idea. I told you not to leave the bloodburst pill, yet you still dared to come out. Are you not taking me, Zhao Xuanlin, seriously?" Jingming showed no fear and asked, "What do you want?" He cracked his knuckles and said, "Just now you made me lose face. I'll take your legs, so you'll spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair. Only then will the hatred in my heart be appeased." Just then the girl from earlier ran over and said, "I told him not to leave the relief base. Why wouldn't he listen? I need to go help him quickly." The girl accompanying her immediately stopped her. Zhao Xuanlin then said, "If I, Zhao Xuanlin, can't even teach a newcomer a lesson, how can I make a name for myself here later?" His muscles immediately bulged, and a surge of dark blue power enveloped him. This Zhao Xuanlin possessed a C-grade special ability, metallization, and he confidently said, "My metallization ability plus my D-grade battle armor, you can't even break through my defense." He continued to ramble, "Unless and pay 1 million in compensation and then kneel and beg me." But Jingming cut him off. Too much talk. Hearing that, he was stunned for a moment. Suddenly, Zhao Xuanlin was struck down by Jingming's lightning strike, his entire body sent flying. Everyone who saw this was horrified, their mouths hanging open in surprise. Jingming calmly walked past the crowd. The crowd quickly started discussing. "So fast and terrifying, how did he strike? I didn't even see it clearly. This time Zhao Xuanlin has met his match. I worried about him for nothing. I didn't expect his strength to be so great." Everyone was filled with a mix of astonishment and questions. How did he do that?
I couldn't see clearly either. Someone said that Zhao Xuanlin was kicked and his pelvis was completely shattered. Even if he survives, he'll only be a cripple in a wheelchair. That person added, "As expected of someone from Mado Supernatural University, their strength is immense and they're also incredibly ruthless." "Captain, how do you know that person is from Mado Supernatural University?" The captain replied, "The battlesuit he's wearing, I've only ever seen on students from Mado Supernatural University. Perhaps it's exclusive equipment researched and manufactured by Mado Supernatural University." The woman next to her asked the captain, "Only their university could do something so perverse. How do we get him to join our team? Isn't our squad still missing a strong archer?" The captain immediately snapped, "Xiao Chen, didn't we say our squad would only have female members when we formed it?" Xiao Chen was immediately teased by the other members. "Xiao Chen, do you have a thing for him? But he is indeed very handsome. I wouldn't object to him joining us." Returning to the familiar bustling neighborhood,
Jingming inserted his card for verification. The machine began verification and allowed him to enter the wilderness. He calmly stepped into the primeval wilderness. The cries of birds flying in the sky were mournful. Jingming looked up at the sky, pondering. This roar is a declaration of its territory. It's at least a level 4 fierce beast, but my target today isn't you.
The primitive wilderness was probably divided into two areas, abandoned towns and forests and mountains. The beasts of the abandoned towns were slightly weaker, and special ability points could be obtained from them. Jingming surveyed the map. The Ping'an County ahead wasn't bad. Most were level 2 beasts, with very few level 1 and no level 3 or 4 at all. Moreover, the area was vast, with at least 500 to 600 beasts. Jingming pondered for a moment, then ran off. Ping'an County, here I come. Jingming ran faster and faster towards Ping'an County. At this moment, a beast blocked his path. A fierce beast rapidly advanced towards him, growling. Jingming recognized this as a level 2 shadow cat. Special ability points had been delivered right to his door. Lately, influenced by the negative emotions of the thunder-violent dragon, he yearned for slaughter. The more he suppressed this urge, the stronger his desire grew. He spoke for a moment, then grew excited. It's just that this time, I don't have to hold back anymore. Seeing Jingming's attitude, the cat became even more afraid of him. A month later, a group of people also arrived at Ping'an. Captain, what's wrong with this Ping'an County? We've been circling for a day. How come we haven't even encountered a single beast? The captain said fiercely, if you're asking me, who am I supposed to ask? There are at least 500 to 600 beasts in Ping'an County.
Such a large pack of fierce beasts, even if they moved, they shouldn't have moved so cleanly. No sooner had they spoken, a fierce beast immediately appeared, just as expected. The group quickly became excited. It's a tied-out tiger. It wasn't easy, but we finally found a fierce beast. Let's charge together and eliminate it. Before they could act, another surge of magical power moved in. It swiftly struck down among the group. Seeing the fierce beast's corpse torn to shreds, everyone was surprised. What was that just now? The latest laser weapon? No, laser weapons will be faster. This felt more like some kind of lightning elemental combat skill. The captain immediately ordered, let's go. This Ping'an County has probably been occupied by some powerful expert. That last strike was probably a warning. They wisely turned tail and fled. No wonder we couldn't find any fierce beasts. Perhaps they've all been killed by that lightning elemental expert. The power of that thunder-long spear just now was terrifying. My legs feel a bit stiff now. Seeing his subordinates chattering, the captain urged, stop wasting words. Let's go quickly. If we're slow and provoke that expert, it'll be big trouble. As expected, Jingming from above gained 19 special ability points by killing a tied-out tiger. Seeing this, Jingming spoke up. Lightning Spear has reached a high level of proficiency, and its attack range has directly increased by over 1,000 meters. Not bad, not bad. He looked up at the system panel.
Within a month, over 8,000 special ability points from upper tier level 1 to upper tier level 2. Thunder Indestructible God had broken through to the 3rd level, and the proficiency of many A-rank combat skills had reached intermediate level. Besides me, who else could achieve this? After warning those people, Jingming turned and left. The area had been cleared and his belongings packed. Tomorrow, he would return to the rescue base for a trip, then continue to venture deeper into the wilderness. At the rescue base, he mentioned, those people saw this and scoffed. What's going on? Did his tactical backpack grow legs? Could it be that he carried back the machine and meat of a one-horned rhinoceros? That would be truly foolish, wouldn't it? He didn't care about their words. Luckily, he had bought a reinforced version of the tactical backpack. Otherwise, these over 400 kilograms of fierce beast materials would simply be impossible to carry. Upon arrival, a staff member announced, Sir, what materials would you like to sell? You can place them on the scale next to you to weigh them. Jingming quickly put down his backpack and opened it. He said, Tier 2 fierce beast materials, about over 400 kilograms. Please see how much they can be bought for. The staff member was immediately surprised. That's truly a lot. She looked through the materials and explained, tiger sinews, blade snout, rhinoceros horn, all are essences. Seeing this, the staff member then said, Sir, please wait a moment.
Sir, you have a large quantity of beast materials. I need to call a few more people over to help with the inventory. After the staff member called for help, 3 more people arrived. Hello, I am Zhao Yi, the manager in charge of procurement. Xu Jingming also greeted him and introduced himself. Zhao Yi said warmly, Mr. Xu, you are truly talented at such a young age, able to hunt so many beasts. It truly fills me with admiration. I will arrange for people to inventory the materials. Sir, would you mind sitting down and chatting for a bit? The two continued to chat while the staff diligently inventoried the items. Zhao Yi said that this was a platinum membership card for the Salvation Base, which offered a 5% discount on any purchase, and asked Mr. Xu to accept it. Zhao Yi also thought to himself, a young upper-tier level 2 ability user like Xu Jingming, they definitely needed to build a good relationship with him. Jingming immediately accepted it without hesitation and thanked him. At this moment, a staff member came to report, Sir, the materials have been inventoried. 89 pieces of upper-tier level 2 beast materials, 107 pieces of mid-rank, and 221 pieces of low-rank. Zhao Yi was surprised to hear this. Excellent. Did you clear out an entire beast lair? He then suggested, "These beast materials total 24.764 million. Can we round it up to 25 million? Round it up then. Thank you, Manager Zhao."
After the discussion, 25 million had been transferred to his bank account. Jingming was delighted. 29 million, he could be said to have become instantly rich. After receiving the money, he left. "Manager Zhao, we'll meet again next time. Here's my business card. If you're free, I'd like to invite you for tea." Seeing his retreating figure, Manager Zhao smiled. This young man has a bright future. At this moment, his phone suddenly rang. After answering, he asked, "Zhao Xuanlin, what can I do for you?" Zhao Xuanlin, on the other end, immediately said, "Manager, I saw the person who harmed me enter the relief base. You must avenge me." He immediately replied, "That level 1 superior youngster you mentioned, right? How do you want to take revenge?" Xuanlin immediately said, "Let the Tiger Snake Squad take action. I want him to suffer a fate worse than death." Manager Zhao immediately agreed. "I'll lend you the Tiger Snake Squad, but from now on, we'll have no further connection." He yelled, "Don't worry. Once this is done, I'll leave Primal City directly." After hanging up, Manager Zhao felt uneasy. The Tiger Snake Squad is an elite level 2 ability user team. Dealing with a level 1 superior youngster probably won't be a problem, right? Meanwhile, Jingming kept sneezing. He thought, "What's going on?"
Could someone be bad-mouthing me? Zhao Yi, with a cheerful face, was on the phone, his voice full of excitement. "Manager Wang, I just discovered a rather impressive individual named Xu Jinming. The spoils he brought in alone are more than the total combined from several small teams." Hearing this, Wang Shen couldn't help but be surprised. Xu Jingming. Let me check the files. Suddenly he froze, as if he had just discovered something earth-shattering. Wang Shen immediately shouted loudly over the phone. "Manager Zhao, the Xu Jingming you mentioned is very important to me. If he comes again, please inform me immediately." Hearing this, he immediately replied, "Understood." Zhao Yi thought to himself, "This Xu Jingming can actually make old Wang so agitated. It seems he has a significant background. It's good that I wasn't disrespectful." He stared at Xu Jingming's information panel, surprised that another disciple of Yang Zhantian had come to his base. Upper tier level 2, his talent was even stronger than Liu Ming's who had arrived previously. He was truly a prodigy, absolutely not to offend it. Jingming quietly walked on the sidewalk, calculating to himself. Space rings sold here are actually over 10 million yuan, and their capacity is only the size of a suitcase. That's really expensive. But space rings are truly convenient. I really want to buy one. I wonder how much extensive information a space ring can store. Suddenly his phone rang loudly, breaking the quiet atmosphere around him. On the other end of the line, Wen Tao spoke up. "Brother Ming, it's been a long time since I contacted you. When are you coming back to school?" Hearing this, he asked doubtfully.
Half a month later, in an alley, a group of mercenary-like figures exuded killing intent, staring intently at Jingming from a distance. Xuanlin pointed at him, imperiously ordering, "He is our target. Break his limbs, then bring him to me." Mingyang replied emotionlessly, "Understood." Over the phone, his complaint still echoed. "In the month you haven't been here, a new student just enrolled at school, and he's very arrogant." Jingming was silent for a moment. Wen Tao wondered, "What's wrong?" He glanced behind him, his voice even. "Nothing. You go on." He waved his hand, signaling, "Prepare yourselves. The target has entered the alley." He analyzed the target's strength, and she quickly replied, "Yes." The subordinate next to her curiously asked, "Captain, I'm not saying you're wrong, but sometimes you're too cautious. What kind of big trouble can a mere junior level 1 superior cause?" He paused her analysis, exclaiming in surprise, "How can this be?" Seeing this, Mingyang asked suspiciously, "What's wrong? Is something amiss?" A beam of light emanated from her eyes towards the eyes of the other two. "I will resonate with you all. See for yourselves," he explained. "The stronger the mental system ability, the more intense the light it emits." He was stunned when he saw the purple light emanating from Jingming. How can this be? This light must be 10 times stronger than a Grandmaster level 2.
Such a powerful expert, destroying our entire squad would be an easy task. A stream of purple energy swirled in the air. Strong winds blew fiercely, enveloping him. Zhao Xuanlin, whose words tricked us into jumping into a pit of fire, the intelligence was flawed. Abandon the mission. Go back and settle scores with Zhao Xuanlin. Before Jingmin could make a move, they had already disappeared. What happened? Why did they suddenly run away? The only one in this base who holds a grudge against me is Zhao Xuanlin. Perhaps he felt unwilling to accept it, wanting to play some tricks and seize the opportunity for revenge. That despicable bastard. Next time I see him, I'll have to give him a bit more intensity. At that very moment, he took a full punch to the face. Blood spurted from the corner of his mouth. Xuanlin fell heavily, sprawling on the ground. "What's going on? Why are you hitting me?" Mingyang's face darkened as he questioned in a low, harsh voice. "Do you even have the nerve to ask me that? The intelligence you gave me was problematic. It almost got us killed. The target wasn't upper tier level 1 at all, but upper tier level 2. He clutched his face, an expression of utter disbelief. Upper tier level 2? How is that possible? It's only been a little over a month.
He turned sharply and walked away, leaving Swen Lin behind. I don't care what the truth is. This mission ends here. As for Manager Zhao, we'll go talk to him ourselves. Zhao Yi glanced over, asking in a surprised tone, You're back so soon?
Is the person already dealt with? Min Young clasped his hands behind his back and reported loudly, No, the mission has concluded. Zhao Shanlin's intelligence was flawed. The target was not upper tier level 1, but upper tier level 2. More seriously, according to Heeji's observations, their actual combat power is at least above level 3, so we gave up. He frowned, looking tense. An upper tier level 2 with combat power equivalent to level 3? What's wrong with Zhao Shanlin? He shouldn't mess with someone like that. Upper tier level 2? Wait a minute, what's the name of the Frost Dragon's target? He immediately replied, Zhao Shanlin didn't mention the name, but the characteristics are very clear. Around 1.9 meters tall, a robust physique, carrying a long spear. Upon hearing this, Zhao Wei's expression changed drastically. We're screwed. Could that person be? Wang Sen was furious, slamming his hand down on the table and shouting, Sending people to ambush Su Jingming? How dare you do such a thing? He forced a smile, sweat trickling down his cheeks. Manager Wang, there's no need to be so angry over an upper tier level 2 youngster. He then projected the young man's information. Are you blind? This is Su Jingming's file. See for yourself. Zhao Wei was stunned as he read the information. Top scorer of Jiangnan Province, a freshman at Mado Supernatural University, already an upper tier level 2 at 18 years old. I've never heard of anyone being an upper tier level 2 at that age. At most, they'd only be lower tier level 2. Dean Yang Zhentian of the Weapons Academy is his dedicated mentor.
After reading it, his whole body stiffened, and he said with a trembling voice, Trouble. This time, it's real trouble. Wang Shan gritted his teeth, glancing at Zhao Yi. Do you understand now? A Grand Master level figure. Even if they flatten a relief base, the nation wouldn't say a word. He bowed 90 degrees, saying with a firm voice, I understand. I absolutely will not put the base in an awkward position. Zhao Yi waved his hand, ordering the bodyguards to drag Xuan Lin in. Bring him in. His face was swollen, and he trembled, pleading, I know I was wrong. Please spare me. He pushed Xuan Lin's head down and said indifferently, It seems one beating isn't enough to quell this matter. The ringleader needs to be subjected to extreme punishment. If there's anyone to blame, blame yourself for messing with the wrong person this time. No sooner had he spoken, blood splattered from his head. It seemed unlikely he would survive. He bowed, looking up at him. Supervisor, what do you think of this? Wang Shen immediately interrupted. Do you really think that's enough? Zhou Yi stammered. Supervisor, this matter, He turned to him with sharp eyes. All the shady dealings you've done at the base these past few years, I could overlook them, but this time you've truly caused a disaster that's too great. Everyone involved in this matter must be severely punished, not just you, but also the Tiger Chariot Squad. The culprit absolutely cannot be spared. As he was dragged away by the bodyguards, he still tried to shout loudly ahead.
Wang Shen and the other managers stood solemnly, as if an important event was about to take place. Someone wondered, isn't the person sitting in front Chief Manager Wang Shen? Except for Manager Zhao, managers from all other departments had arrived. The girl next to her added, given the situation, it seems some important figure is about to arrive. Yun Li pointed forward and curiously asked Xiao Chen, isn't that the guy from Modu University of Superpowers from before? She looked in doubt. Where? Jing Ming stepped forward, his face showing clear surprise and a hint of embarrassment. Wang Shen then solemnly approached the young man. Student Shu, you finally returned. I am Chief Manager Wang Shen of the base. Xiao Chen's eyes widened in astonishment. The person the managers had come to greet was him. She whispered her speculation. It seems this young man's identity is not as simple as just being a student from Modu University. He bowed deeply and spoke softly. Regarding Zhao Shanlin's offense against you, our base executed him on the spot. All accomplices involved have also been punished and will spend the rest of their lives in prison. To show our sincerity, our base has specially prepared a gift of apology for you. Seeing this, Jing Ming secretly sighed in admiration. He truly lives up to his reputation as the ruthless one who holds the position of chief manager. He deals with his subordinates so decisively. Wang Shen extended his hand towards a red tray. This is the base's highest tier black gold membership card.
From now on, you can stay here, and everything will be free. Any product you purchase will receive a discount of at least 20%. Furthermore, this is a space ring with a volume of 1 cubic meter, also a gift of apology. Upon hearing this, his face showed surprise. 1 cubic meter? Jing Ming thought. A space ring with a capacity of 1 cubic meter sells for over 50 million yuan. This Wang Shen truly has a lot of sincerity. He spoke up. Since Manager Wang is so generous, then I will accept it. Wang Shen replied, as expected of teacher Yang Sunt, you're very straightforward. Your senior brother, classmate Lu Ming, also came to Primordial Salvation for training that year. After that, the two chatted for a long time. Later, Jing Ming mused. The best guest room rented with a black card is really not bad, much more luxurious than a villa. After a month of training, I can finally rest for a few days. He recalled the man's words. Next time something happens, just contact me directly. In Guaishui City, my words still carry a certain weight. This is the power of background. An ordinary high-tier Tier 2 genius wouldn't receive this kind of treatment. He focused. The space ring needed to retain the imprint of spiritual power. Only after completing the master recognition can it be used. His spiritual power now reached 972, exceeding that of an ordinary high-tier Tier 2 ability user by 600-700 times. This task should be very easy.
All right, it seems I can retrieve items with a thought and put items in simply by touching them. Aside from not being able to collect living things, everything else is very convenient. Jingming sat down on a chair, gathering spiritual energy. He answered the phone. Teacher, I just came out of the wilderness, and as soon as I came out, there was something I wanted to report to you. Zentian said irritably. They dared to send people to attack you. They took the spatial ring too lightly. If anything truly unexpected happened, I would destroy their relief base. By the way, you said that high-rank level 2 elite squad followed you into the alley. Why did they eventually give up? Jingming replied, perhaps they discovered that I am also high-rank level 2, which didn't match their expectations, so they went back to confirm. He was startled. You're already high-rank level 2? You've only been training in the wilderness for a little over a month. He responded, yes, I just leveled up a few days ago. Zentian laughed heartily. As expected of my student, your cultivation progress is even faster than mine back then. When do you plan to return? I will personally congratulate you. Jingming replied, I'll return when the final term begins, preparing to go to the high-level area. I have the Advanced Mastery Thunder Cicada technique. Level 4 fierce beasts probably won't be able to catch me. If I encounter a level 5, I can use a bloodburst pill to save my life. It's also good to seek some luck and gain more knowledge. He instructed.
Good lad, you sound very proficient, but it's still safest to be cautious. Jingming replied, this student understands. The butler spoke up. It's been a long time since I've seen Master so happy. Chen Tian said proudly, Jingming not only has excellent achievements, but his practical combat skills have also been tested, and his leveling speed is rapid. People often say that life and death crises are a stimulant for the strong, and this holds true for Jingming. He's truly a cheat machine. The next day, he ventured into the wild mountain forest for practical combat. Jingming mused. The roars of fierce beasts echoed everywhere. It seems that compared to the abandoned city, this mountain forest area has far more abundant fierce beasts and resources. Suddenly, he accidentally stepped on a dry branch, causing a loud noise. Jingming turned his head and saw surges of power approaching. He quickly unleashed his divine thunder to counter it, and with a single strike, Jingming felled numerous trees. He quickly discovered the mutated beast, Swift Wind Giant Wolf. Jingming assessed that ordinary level 3 fierce beasts all possess special abilities similar to ability users. Judging by the power of the Windblade just now, it has probably reached mid-level 3. He wondered how many special ability points he would receive after killing it. Suddenly, he heard someone shout, "Look, it's a Swift Wind Giant Wolf!" Jingming turned his head and saw that the person who arrived was Shang Chu Swin. Captain Wang spoke up. The wind power is so strong. This Swift Wind Giant Wolf is not weak at all. It's mid-level 3.
Shu Sha agreed. This level 3 fierce beast would be perfect as material for Miss Jiang. He began. The old rule is to block its escape route first. What do you think? Besides Jiang Swen, everyone else is level 3. Is this considered stealing a monster? She objected. Captain Wang, I told you last time I don't like stealing other people's prey for video material. Captain Wang frowned. Don't say such unpleasant things. This isn't stealing, it's helping others for fun. You, a level 2 adventurer, encounter a level 3 beast and a goddess comes to your rescue. That'll get you traffic too. Chu Swen refused. I don't need that kind of fake video. His demeanor was calm and composed, seemingly not in need of help. In his heart, he cursed, this woman. Shu Sha interjected. Miss Jiang is paying for it. She said it counts. Captain Wang nodded. If you're not satisfied, then let's find another one. Jingming commented. Jiang Chu Swen's personality is surprisingly good. A net celebrity with millions of fans, he still has some capability. It's just that the captain just now revealed a fierce look. It seems her control over the team isn't very strong. Never mind, it's none of my business. There were 3 level 3 ability users here. As soon as Wang Ye and the others left, he launched a powerful attack. They really looked down on him, treating him as nothing. He immediately struck it with a lightning wind swift strike.
Jingming pondered. The special ability points gained from killing a level 3 fierce beast were 30, which wasn't bad. He showed clear determination, vowing to make the most of these last 10 days. Following that were braceful and decisive slashes amidst the mountains and forests. 7 days later, Jingming continued to hunt monsters daily. His power of lightning descended from the sky like a storm, creating an earthquake that terrified all creatures. The defeated chimpanzees fell to the ground, groaning. Jingming spoke up. A single lightning spear couldn't even destroy it, truly worthy of being the leader of these level 3 Herculean strength apes and monkeys. The remaining small fry shouldn't dare to be arrogant. I'll make sure you all reunite. After making his declaration, he charged forward, attacking them one by one. The battle ended, leaving only the corpses of the monsters and Jingming's proud figure on the ground. He looked at the system. Over 3,000 special ability points. Probably enough for him to return and learn S-rank combat skills. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Then Jingming lowered his hand and looked at the watch on his wrist. He suddenly realized it was a distress signal. Meanwhile, Chuswan was struggling to escape through the treetops. Chasing her was a massive and ferocious beast. Chuswan felt uneasy. The team has been separated by fierce beasts, and now we've encountered a level 3 earth-drilling fierce dragon. This time it's really troublesome. Any fierce beast with dragon in its name is invariably evil and extremely difficult to deal with.
Ming was only at mid-tier level 2, and even with a violent blood pill, she couldn't fight it off. She could only hope that the special ability squad would come to her aid after seeing her distress signal. This time, she was doomed. With no trees to block its path, it would definitely chase her down. There was no way to escape this time. Suddenly, she saw lightning striking down from the sky. Chuswan recognized Jingming. It was him, appearing to save the day. Chuswan frantically warned, "Run! This is an earth-drilling dragon lower tier level 3. You can't beat it." She was suddenly stunned when she saw Jingming didn't move. Chuswan thought, "Why isn't he listening to my advice? If I die alone, so be it, but I absolutely cannot implicate an innocent passerby." She ran forward to shield him. "You go quickly, I'll block it." Immediately, the monster roared, creating a powerful gust of wind. As the wind rushed towards her, Chuswan raised her hand to cover her eyes. At that very moment, Jingming, from behind her, emanated a vast amount of power. He unleashed a massive surge of lightning, its power utterly terrifying. She watched in horror, her eyes wide with terror, as the terrifying scene unfolded. Jingming's lightning ability shot directly into the beast's head, instantly engulfing its body and creating countless spear-like wounds. The entire area was filled with the stench of blood, and Chuswan stood rooted to the spot in shock. She collapsed to the ground. The earth-drilling dragon was dealt with so quickly? This power was truly terrifying. The sound of the explosion just now was indeed not an illusion. Isn't this person just a level 2 superior? He chuckled to himself, truly worthy of being a dragon-marked beast. Its special ability points are higher than those of a normal level 3 superior beast. Jingming asked with concern, "Are you all right?" Chuswan replied, "I'm fine, just a little weak in the knees. Thank you for your help." He replied, "It's nothing. Anyone else would have helped you too." Afterwards, Jingming politely offered her hand to help her up. Chuswan was touched. "That's not necessarily true. My name is Jang Chuswan. I don't know how to repay this life-saving kindness. Just tell me if you need anything in the future." He introduced himself. "I am Su Jingming. No need to repay me. Just a signed photo of you would be great." In Jingming's mind, Li Wentao was a huge fan of Jang Chuswan. He was always nagging about wanting a signed photo. It wasn't a new thing. Chuswan was surprised. "I don't have any photos with me. Would it be all right if I give it to you when we get back to the base?" He agreed. "Of course." She asked curiously, "Dark Cloud Swift Wind Spear? Are you also a student at Mado Supernatural University?" Jingming replied, "This was a gift from my teacher. Do you know this spear?" Chuswan admired. "It's very important for level 1 and 2 ability users. Level 3 ability users can use C-grade equipment, which is why it's so famous. Let me introduce myself. I am a student from Ice Class 352, Elemental Academy."
"Hello, senior." In his heart, he had never heard the name at school. So humble, Jingming sacredly thought. A senior would only be able to reach second-tier upper rank in their 3rd year. Never mind, look at how she worships him. Or should he humble her a bit? He spoke, "Hello, junior." She excitedly said, "Senior's strength is too great. Even though the earth-digging dragon has 3rd-tier status, it's comparable to a normal level 3 superior fierce beast, yet senior directly defeated it. Is senior leaving now?" Jingming replied, "That's right." Chuswan awkwardly said, Senior, can I temporarily go with you? My escort team and I have gotten separated, and I can't cope alone." He agreed. "All right, I'll take you to the abandoned area of the city on the other side, and then you can go back on your own." She was touched. "Thank you, Senior." "Oh right, Senior, do you want to check out the earth-digging dragon's cave? There should be good stuff inside, otherwise it wouldn't have directly run out to chase us." Jingming nodded. "All right, let's go inside and see." Chuswan wondered, "Which academy does Senior study at? I know your dean, Yang Jiantian, who also has the nickname Yang Yan Wang. He's quite fierce after all." He replied, "My teacher is from the Weapons Academy." She immediately felt embarrassed. "I'm so sorry, I said the wrong thing." Jingming mused. Wasn't Zhang Chuswan a cold goddess when she live-streamed? In reality, she's a talkative girl. The two walked to the cave. Chuswan pointed, "Senior, it's right here." He instructed, "We don't know if there are dangerous fierce beasts inside, so hide behind me."
Then Jingming raised his sword, preparing to enter inside to explore. The two walked together. As their footsteps reached the flower forest, she exclaimed, "It smells so good." Jingming stopped, glanced at the scene before him, and realized, this is Grade 3 Azure Spirit Grass, Grade A Blazing Flame Flower, Grade C Hypnotic Grass. So many strange flowers and exotic herbs. Why are they all growing here? Chuswan was astonished. Spring liquid condenses the essence of the earth, a holy medicine for treating wounds below Grade 4, Grade S Earth Spirit Spring. Jingming was surprised. "Are you sure?" She quickly lowered herself, used her slender hand to pick a flower branch, then brought it to her face to smell. Earth Spirit Spring will cause the nearby flora to transform into strange flowers and exotic herbs. Bearing the scent of the spring water, it cannot be wrong. This is indeed Earth Spirit Spring. Jingming praised. Amazing. I didn't expect you to have such deep knowledge in the field of natural treasures. Chuswan happily said, I passed the second-rank pharmacist certification exam at school. Jingming was stunned. He didn't expect her to be such a scholar. The second-rank pharmacist certification was said to be a very difficult exam. She smiled politely. Senior, you flatter me too much. These Earth Spirit Springs can produce at least 5 portions of grade S spring liquid for treating wounds. Senior, then all these Earth Spirit Springs belong to you. Jingming divided. I'll take 4, you take 1. Additionally, we'll split the strange flowers and exotic herbs here half and half.
Chuzwan was delighted. Then thank you, Senior. From outside, the sound of a subordinate came. Captain, there isn't even a single monster inside this cave. What good stuff could there be? The two of them then noticed someone entering. Captain Wong said, not necessarily. Judging by the traces, it might be the lair of a level 3 Earth Dragon Den. The junior was surprised. A lair of a dragon-type beast? Then there really might be some good items. After that, the two groups met. Chuzwan spoke first. It's Captain Wong and everyone. You scared me. Chuzwan thought to himself, this is an elite level 3 ability user team. If they discover this S-grade Earth Spirit Spring, I'm afraid there will be trouble. He smiled. Miss Jang, we've been looking all over for you. I didn't expect to meet you here. The subordinate spoke up. Miss Jang, isn't the person next to you the one from before? Miss Jang introduced. This is actually a senior from the same school. We just met by chance on the way. By the way, these strange flowers and exotic herbs are not bad items. Whoever finds them gets a share. Let's split them together. Captain Wong gave a sinister smile. Is that so? Then thank you, Miss Jang. The junior said, Captain, something seems very strange. The spring water in the middle looks a bit like Earth Spirit Spring, an S-grade holy medicine for treating wounds. The group immediately became aggressive. S-grade natural treasure. Chuzwan realized something was wrong. Damn it, as soon as S-grade resources were mentioned, the atmosphere immediately changed. He said coldly, Miss Jang, it seems you two are not being honest. Miss Jang quickly tried to smooth things over.
If you've all figured it out, these Earth Spirit Springs and exotic herbs all belong to you. Senior, let's go. Chuswan whispered. Senior, they are all peak tier 3 ability users. We can't contend with them. Jingming spoke up. Junior, they're just peak tier 3 ability users. I don't believe I'm inferior to them. Besides, even if we give them all our heavenly treasures and earthly rarities, they still won't spare us, will they? Captain Wong sneered. Although your tone is arrogant, you're not wrong at all. Miss Jang is a famous streamer. If she goes back and casually talks about how miserable she was posting about it, our group might not be able to make a living in this country. Therefore, it's better to silence you all. Chuswan was worried. Having no choice, she couldn't hinder her senior. After that, she decided to take the violent blood pill. Chuswan decisively swallowed it. Immediately, her entire body was enveloped in spiritual energy, and frigid ice soul chi gradually appeared on the ground. Captain Wong sneered. Jang Chuswan is mine. Zhou Chong, go deal with her spear user first. The others just guard the cave entrance. Zhou Chong agreed. All right. Immediately, he transformed. Miss Jang, I'm sorry, but today you'll meet your end here. Captain Wong transformed into a saber-toothed tiger, a C-rank ability. His subordinate teased. Captain, take it easy. Don't finish her off immediately. Indeed, it would be a pity for such a beautiful person to die so miserably. We will definitely love spear you and record the entire process.
Chushuan's heart was filled with worry. These beast-faced creatures, am I going to die here today? I'm so unwilling, and I've even implicated Senior. She realized the person next to her was gone. Wait, where's Senior? In that instant, while Captain Wong was still bewildered and confused, Jingming had already charged forward to attack. His subordinates cried out, Captain, he coldly remarked. It seems the strength of a 3rd stage isn't all that impressive. Zhou Chong standing below couldn't help but exclaim, so fast! He was annoyed. Although Zhou Chong was only 3rd stage mid-level, not just anyone could easily deal with such an opponent. It turned out Jingming was the most troublesome one. He had truly misjudged. Having said that, Captain Wong in his monstrous form immediately charged forward, but Jingming quickly retaliated with a lightning whip. He thought, just judging by the intensity of his attacks, this 3rd stage peak captain is indeed quite a bit stronger than me, so I can't hold back anymore. They were highly vigilant, and everyone's face became solemn. At that moment, Jingming was gradually evolving into his Thunder Extreme state. Chushuan, affected by the dazzling light, immediately covered her face with her hands. Senior! He stammered in bewilderment. What kind of monster is this? Jingming's eyes lit up, carrying a dangerous glint. His form had changed. A pair of horns had grown on his head. Jingming laughed gleefully. This feeling of being filled with power is truly amazing. Captain Wong angrily shouted, You're just activating a special state, not playing a god or a ghost.
While he was moving, he suddenly froze. This was because Jingming, in his special form, was radiating terrifying power. He attacked with the technique Zen Lightning Swift Windbreak. He
He defended, continuously cursing. Useless attacks. No fourth sage attack can break through this stone armor protecting my body. Just as Captain Wang hadn't finished gloating, his armor cracked. Captain Wang was sent flying by his spear. Jingming spoke up. My physique is 3 to 4 times stronger than before. Even if you have skin of bronze and bones of iron, you won't be able to withstand it. At that moment, large streams of energy suddenly appeared above his head. Jingming calmly stated, my control over my special ability has also reached its peak state. Zhou Cheng rushed forward. My demonic claw orb was blocked. How is that possible? This is a grade B combat skill, and it has already reached advanced level mastery. What kind of monster is this after all? Jingming remarked, as expected of a third stage peak, I still need to thrust one more spear. Captain Wang pleaded, don't kill me. The Earth Spirit Spring will all be yours, and I'll also compensate you with over 100 million in personal savings. He refused. It's too late to beg for mercy now. Chu Xuan, standing nearby, pondered, am I dreaming? Hiring this team once cost 6 million? The captain, known as the third stage undefeated, just died like that. This is simply unbelievable. I've never heard of any student in the school achieving such a feat, even stronger than an A-rank ability. Could it be grade S? Jingming spoke. My emotions have naturally diminished as my rank has increased.
Now there's a slight resurgence. You're next. The subordinates trembled. Demons! He repeated. Demons! Compared to you scum who murder and rob, don't I seem a bit more human? Then those people exclaimed, everyone, let's all take a violent blood pill. But at that moment slashes were unleashed, and blood flowed down with them. She and he combined forces to eliminate those cruel people. Jingming returned to his normal state, panting and pondering. The Thunder Extreme state is useful, but it consumes quite a lot. Using it for just over 10 minutes made me as tired as 2 or 3 hours of intense battle with a fierce beast. Chu Xuan ran over anxiously. Senior, are you all right? He reassured her. I'm fine, just a bit tired. Let's collect the Earth Spirit Spring and strange flowers and exotic herbs first, then we can rest for a bit. She exclaimed excitedly. Luckily, the Earth Spirit Spring wasn't contaminated by blood. Jingming used several bottles to collect the pure water. He remarked, not bad. There's more than half a bottle more than I anticipated. This half bottle belongs to you. You contributed significantly to the recent battle. Chu Xuan looked at Jingming and smiled radiantly. Thank you, Senior. Suddenly, her sitting position became slippery, and she lost her balance, about to fall. Chu Xuan realized, oh no, the side effects of the violent blood pill are kicking in. Chu Xuan accidentally fell onto Jingming, letting out a soft groan. She was embarrassed, her entire body powerless, unable to use her spiritual power, not even able to retrieve clothes from her space ring. How mortifying. In this state, if Senior misunderstands.
How can I avoid leaving a bad impression on him? Jingming picked her up. The side effects of the violent blood pill are very strong. I'll take you over there to rest first. Chu Xuan felt embarrassed. Why was her heart beating so fast? Could it be because this was the first time she had been so close to a boy? He put her down and instructed, you rest here first. I'll go collect the remaining strange flowers and exotic herbs. Jingming gently took out a coat and handed it to Chu Xuan. She took it, feeling an indescribable mix of emotions. Senior is truly too gentle. A long while later, Jingming's hand lightly touched her other arm. He picked up the ring and thought, cash, strange flowers and exotic herbs, C-grade combat beast materials. This level 3 elite squad doesn't have anything good on them. I hope this 1 cubic meter spatial ring can be exchanged for a 2 cubic meter one. Otherwise, carrying this long spear around is really troublesome. She spoke up. Senior, Earth Spirit Spring can alleviate the weakened state caused by the violent blood pill. Could Senior give me a little? It doesn't need to be too much. A small amount will do. After that, Chu Xuan immediately drank the pure water. She slowly felt the refreshing and gentle sensation permeate her body. Chu Xuan was excited. She felt much better, but to fully recover, she would probably have to wait 3 or 4 hours. Jingming nodded. This is the first time I've known that the side effects of the violent blood pill can be eliminated. This S-grade Earth Spirit Spring is truly miraculous. 3 or 4 hours later, it was dark. Let's rest here for the night.
It was relatively safe. Tu Xuan, feeling shy, stayed overnight in a dark mountain cave with Senior Jingming. Jingming probed, what are your thoughts? Tu Xuan shyly replied, I'll follow Senior's lead. The next day, the sun shone through the leaves of the forest. Chu Xuan stretched and exclaimed, the air in the mountains is truly good. If there weren't fierce beasts, I could stay here for a month. In her heart, she wondered, what nonsense was I really thinking last night? How could Senior be that kind of person? But why do I feel a little disappointed? Jingming spoke up, let's go. I'll take you to the forest's edge. Chu Xuan was startled. Okay. Afterward, the two slowly made their way through the forest, one behind the other. Suddenly, they both stopped abruptly, their faces tense. Before them was a strange beast. Chu Xuan exclaimed, oh no, it's a level 5 blazing flame tiger. But the strange beast turned and left, paying them no mind. Jingming wondered, didn't it notice us? Chu Xuan replied, Senior,
Look at that fierce beast's appearance. It's still fleeing. Suddenly, Chu Xuan was startled by a loud noise from behind. Immediately behind them was a hungry pack in pursuit. Chu Xuan fearfully said, "These iron-devouring rats are only level 1, but once they gather into a swarm, even a level 6 expert surrounded by them would find it hard to escape death." Jingming was surprised. No wonder even a level 5 fierce beast had to flee. He grabbed Chu Xuan's hand and pulled her along. "Let's run quickly too." Afterward they ran, leaving the swarm of iron-devouring rats pursuing them from behind. Chu Xuan spoke up.
Their endurance is extremely high. They can maintain acceleration for 5-6 hours, running steadily without stopping. We can't escape, Jingming replied. Only by returning to the supply base will we be safe, but the distance is at least 90 kilometers. We need to figure out a way to speed up. This spear is too heavy. We'll just have to throw it away, Chu Xuan suggested. Senior, my spatial ring is large enough. Put it in. And then she quickly stored the spear into her spatial ring. Jingming exclaimed, "It's much lighter this time. However, running like this while dragging you is too slow. It would really be better if I carried you on my back." Immediately, he lifted Chu Xuan, and she let out a small cry. Finally, Jingming swiftly carried her on his back and ran. "Let's go." A long while later, they finally arrived at the supply base. He shouted, "Even the city's abandoned area is infested with devouring vicious rats. The most troublesome situation has still occurred." Jingming quickly activated his Thunder Extreme state. Having no choice but to risk his life, he rushed forward and instructed, "Junior, hold on tight to me. We need to speed up." The system continuously chimed. A devourer has been defeated. Inside the base, soldiers were fully focused. Zhaoyi reported, "Lord Supervisor, according to statistics, the scale of this rat tide is enormous. There must be at least 300,000 iron devourers." Wang Shen worried, "This is truly a huge blow to the ecological balance of the wilderness. I'm afraid we'll have to go through a crisis period of several months." He added, "Unfortunately, the ability users in the wilderness forest will likely all be proliferated devoured." He mused, "I hope Xu Jingming hasn't gone too deep into the wilderness forest."
If it weren't for Yang Zhentian, his master, personally intervening, no one could save him. The soldiers shouted, "Quick, look, what is that? The thunder is truly terrifying. Could it be a lightning manipulation beast?" Wang Shen ordered, "No need to worry. Immediately conduct a threat assessment. First squad, you are authorized to fire." A subordinate reported, "The target is moving at 80 meters per second, suddenly rushing towards the base. Attempts to intercept have failed." Fierce lightning bolts struck the tranquil ground. Chu Xuan's desperate scream echoed across the sky. He held her and swiftly landed on the ground of the base. Everyone was stunned. "Is this a human? I thought it was a lightning beast. I have to say this person's aura is too terrifying, but the figure on his back looks a bit familiar." Jingming gasped, "We've reached the base. We're safe." Chu Xuan said worriedly, "This journey was truly too dangerous. Thankfully, we had you, Senior." Wang Shen rushed over. "Are you Student Su? You actually made it in here. Do you need any help?" He replied, "I ran for over 40 minutes from the mountain range to get here. I'm a bit tired. Please help me arrange a room to rest." He was astonished. The mountain range area is over 90 kilometers from here. Even a level 4 ability user might not be able to break through. This Su Jingming actually did it. Wang Shen spoke up, "I'll arrange it for you immediately. Someone assist Student Su." She refused. "No need. I can assist my senior myself." The crowd buzzed. "Isn't the girl next to him Goddess Zhang?"
That's right, that youngster is really lucky. What kind of relationship do the two of them have? Could it be that the goddess has been stolen away? A long while later, Jingming lay on the bed, his body feeling sluggish. Chu Xuan asked with concern, "Senior is finally awake. You've slept for 2 days and 2 nights. I almost burned the Earth Spirit Spring for you." He sat up and asked, "I slept for that long? Oh right, how's the desolate mountain area?" She replied, "The rat tide hasn't been repelled yet. It's still under lockdown. Even if it's repelled in a short time, there won't be any fierce beasts." Jingming remembered that the official start of the semester wasn't far off, so it seemed he had to return to school. Chu Xuan agreed. "Senior wants to go back to school? Then let's go together. I'm also preparing to return to school." He agreed. "All right?" She called out again. "All right, Senior." Chu Xuan took out a photo. "This is the autographed photo you mentioned before." Jingming looked at the photo and blushed. "I asked for that autographed photo for a friend. Isn't this one a bit inappropriate? Do you have a more normal photo?" Chu Xuan is immediately flustered. "You asked for it for a friend? Then I misunderstood." She thought to herself, "Oh no, Zhang Chu Xuan, how embarrassing. I thought Senior had feelings for me." Chu Xuan hastily asked for the photo back. "I'll give you a new one. Give me back the one from just now." He looked at Chu Xuan and asked, "Can I keep this one for myself?" She happily replied, "Of course you can." Jingming quickly dodged the topic. "Well, sleeping for 2 days has piled up a lot of work. I need to deal with it first. All right, I also need to book a high-speed train ticket to go back."
Chu Xuan suggested, "The high-speed train doesn't need me to drive it here. By then, Senior can just drive me back." A long while later, the two returned together in a car. He spoke up, A famous blogger is indeed different. You even own a global limited edition car, priced over 10 million. This is still my first time experiencing this type of self-driving car. She replied, although it's only a level 5 AI, controlling it without much human intervention is still very simple. After a long drive, they arrived. Chu Wen's long, slender legs gracefully stepped out. Jingming, meanwhile, was carrying the 100-ton spear on his shoulder. Onlookers gazed at them and murmured, that guy is really handsome, tall and strong, and he carries a dangerous aura, a very distinctive oppressive presence. What a pity he seems to have a girlfriend, and such a beautiful one at that. He thought, finally, I'm back. In just over a month, my strength has undergone earth-shattering changes. She asked curiously, Senior, which zone is your dormitory in? Jingming stopped and replied, Zone 3. Chu Wen said honestly, I'm in Zone 2, so we'll say goodbye here. If you ever need me for anything in the future, just say the word. He waved. Okay, I'll definitely reach out if the opportunity arises. Suddenly, Chu Wen stopped in her tracks and turned around. Then she unexpectedly stepped closer to Jingming and placed a kiss on his cheek. She turned and walked away. She said, consider this a small token of gratitude for saving my life. Senior, I'll see you next time.
Jingming touched his cheek bewildered. Did someone just force a kiss on me? As night gradually fell, inside the massive building, Chu Wen searched for information on his computer. Someone with great power like Senior Brother couldn't possibly be an unknown. Let me check his files. New student breaks records, strongest level 1. Strange, why is it related to the topic of new students? Ah, here it is. This is Senior Brother's detailed file. So Su Jingming is a new student upper tier level 2. And here I've always been calling him Senior Brother. This trickster? Next time we meet, just wait and see how much trouble I'll cause for your junior. At this moment, Jingming was sitting, contemplating his spoils of war. Blazing flame flower hollow scale skin. All the mission items have been gathered. 2 space rings and 25 million in the bank card. What a pity, I encountered a trial site afterwards. Otherwise, I could have harvested even more special ability points. Still, 3,700 special ability points. That should be enough to learn 2 level 2 combat skills, right? When Tao appeared, Brother Ming, you're finally back, and you didn't even say hello. I heard there was a trial tide over there recently. I was worried about you. He replied, a trial tide did indeed break out, but the army has already come to deal with it. He realized, this aura, Brother Ming had he brought them through to level 2. Jingming calmly said, to be precise, upper tier level 2. I encountered several life or death crises, and my luck wasn't bad.
Not only did he successfully escape, but he also achieved a breakthrough. Wen Tao exclaimed, as expected of Brother Ming, he's no ordinary person. A life or death crisis can actually lead to such rapid advancement, it makes me want to try it too. Jingming said helplessly, don't, I'm a special case. The wilderness is very dangerous. If you want to go, it's best to do so when you're at level 2. Wen Tao smiled, I was just saying that. I won't be going to the wilderness at this stage. Oh right, while you weren't here, Song Chu Yun came looking for you a few times. Contact her when you have some free time. Jingming took out the photo. I'll contact her after I've taken care of everything. Oh right, I brought you a gift from the wilderness. Immediately Wen Tao excitedly shouted, an autographed photo of Goddess Chang. Inside the library, people were bustling about. Jingming assessed, 4 missions yielded 871 credits. Doing missions is indeed the fastest way to earn credits. Then he spoke up, Eva, display all grade S lightning element combat techniques. Immediately the system displayed them one by one. Hidden Lightning, Rushing Thunder Fist, Lightning Prison Realm. Jingming analyzed, Motto Supernatural University, a top-tier academy, only has just over 20 grade S lightning element combat techniques. However, grade S combat techniques are related to the future advancement of my combat power, so I need to choose carefully. Immediately after, he continuously interacted with the status panel. Jingming chose, it's these 2. One is geared towards long-range spell attacks, and the other is geared towards defense, combining offense and defense. Magic techniques and close-quarters combat. Others might only be able to specialize in one path.
I've activated the hack and want to take everything. Heavenly Lightning Art is a lightning element combat skill from Motto Supernatural University and also the prerequisite for Myriad Prison Heavenly Lightning Guidance, an SSS grade combat skill. As expected, it was incredibly profound, even more so than the S-grade Thunder God Indestructible Body. This combat skill was so complex that it made him feel more distressed than staying up late to study foreign specialized documents during his PhD studies in his previous life. 6 hours quickly passed in the library. He lay sprawled on the table complaining. Finally, he had gained some preliminary understanding and insights, which he then handed over to the system for processing. Jingming's hand unconsciously clenched, and deep blue lightning flashed. He unleashed a large amount of lightning, demanding of the system, give me a little more. In Jingming's mind, upgrading an S-grade combat skill to elementary level required 1,600 special ability points. The special ability points painstakingly accumulated in the wilderness were only enough to learn 2 skills. Eva reminded him, Little Master, it's already 1 a.m. Please pay attention to managing your time properly. Additionally, Eva reminded him not to use special ability in the library. He agreed, thinking to himself, all right, it's already so late. Learning Underworld Prison Lovely Lightning would likely take even more time, so he would continue next time. On the road at this moment there were many joggers. Q Yoon ran while deep in thought.
For over a month now, she had been training until late at night every day, and even she was surprised by her rapid advancement. Once Hu Jingming returned, she wanted to challenge him, to let him know who was truly the best among the new students. Suddenly, she heard a sound, looked up at the sky, and saw a hawk.
Qiu-yun exclaimed in surprise, "White ring black feather eagle." She judged that this fierce beast relied on its strength and protective feathers to hunt in the city area, possessing an estimated speed of level 3, making it not easy to deal with. Why was there thunder in the air without any clouds? Suddenly, loud thunderclaps echoed across the city's night sky, and a bolt of lightning struck the eagle, sending its feathers flying everywhere. Qiu-yun was astonished. It actually directly destroyed the white ring black feather eagle? Which high-level lightning ability user made that move? Judging by the distance, the person who acted must be on campus. I wonder if it's a senior student or a mentor. But in reality, the one who unleashed that immense power was Jingming. He smiled with satisfaction. To achieve such power with just a bit of skill, the S-rank Heavenly Thunder technique is truly astonishing. Jingming was excited. The Heavenly Thunder technique is even stronger than I thought. It directly annihilated the fierce beast, and more importantly, its casting range extends to nearly 1,000 meters. He didn't know that someone was observing him from afar. Is this the famous freshman Xu Jingming? Quite interesting. The next day, Wen Tao asked, "Brother Ming, you're out so early." Jingming replied, "The freshman competition will start in just a few days, so I'm making a trip to the combat skills library." Wen Tao thought to himself, he just returned from the wilderness and is already so diligent? Truly extraordinary. No, after breakfast, I must go train too. Outside, he suddenly heard someone call him, "Classmates you." Qiu-yun walked over. "That's great, you've returned safely from the wilderness."
Jingming politely replied, "Student Shu, what are you preparing for with this outfit?" She said frankly, "Student Shu, perhaps you still remember that you previously agreed to spar with me, right?" He was surprised. "Spar? Are you sure you want to spar with me?" Qiu-yun said, displeased, "What's wrong? I'm also the top scholar of Sichuan province, don't look down on me." Jingming smiled. "All right, I get it. We'll find a time later and we'll spar." She grabbed his hand. "Why do we need to find a time later? Now is fine too. Just go directly to the training room on the second floor of your dorm." Jingming remarked, her strong personality truly lives up to her origin from Sichuan province. It's just, is sparring with me really worth looking forward to so much? Qiu-yun thought excitedly to herself. I wonder what kind of expression Xu Jingming will have when he sees me level up twice later. A moment later, they stood together in the training room's arena. Chu Xuan spoke up, "Student Shu, I hope you don't lose too miserably later." Jingming replied, "If you don't use weapons, there's no way to defeat me." She said smugly, "Of course I have weapons." Then Xu Yun quickly summoned her weapon. She spun it once in the air, and gusts of wind arose. After that, Xu Yun powerfully plunged the spear into the ground decisively. He was surprised. A square sky halberd? A female student using such a weapon? She challenged, "Student Shu, get ready to start. This time I will thoroughly defeat you." Jingming agreed. "All right." Wen Tao and Dong He shared the same thought.
Ming is sure to win, Jingming assessed. So he has already broken through to lower tier level 2. No wonder he's so confident he can defeat me. However, I haven't been standing still either. She was stunned. Upper tier level 2? How is that possible? Ming said confidently, "I told you before, your Qiu-yun can't defeat our Ming." Qiu-yun was frustrated. She had originally intended to suppress her opponent with her upper tier level 2 rank, but unexpectedly she was suppressed instead. Everyone is a provincial top scholar, so why is his advancement speed so much faster? Jinmi asked. "Well, do you want to continue?" Qiu-yun replied. "Continue, but you're not allowed to use your full strength." Jingming thought admiringly, as expected of the provincial top scholar from Sichuan, able to adapt and be flexible. Then he said, "Don't worry, I won't initiate an attack, you just attack." Qiu-yun said proudly, "Since you've promised, fellow student, don't regret it." Jingming was startled. This was the divine radiance light of the A-grade lightning power system, also belonging to the natural lightning power system. He wondered what its power would be like. An enhancement-type weapon combat technique? This was the first time he had encountered one. Jingming used Blazing Light Tower Strike within Force Slash to block Qiu-yun's attack. Jingming gave a faint smile, feeling the energy around him, and finally gently countered Qiu-yun's weapon with his spear. Jingming commented, "Using light element ability to conjure fire is indeed a decent combat technique, but unfortunately, its power is a bit lacking." Wen Tao was excited, thinking to himself, "Amazing! Who knows how many people Song Qiu-yun's combat technique from Sichuan has defeated already?"
I didn't expect to be so easily blocked by Brother Ming. Qiu-yun, unwilling to admit defeat, spoke up. Again, she used the bright light Mad Dragon Halberd technique. Jingming commented, "No, the speed of your halberd strike is too slow, and the power is insufficient. You still need to practice more." She panted tiredly, drenched in sweat. Qiu-yun complained, "I'm exhausted. I'm not fighting anymore. The A-grade Bright Light Mad Dragon Halberd technique combined with Light of God, and you could still break it without even using a combat technique. Your mastery of spearmanship, I'm afraid, is not just a simple high level." He praised, "You guessed right. My spearmanship is Grandmaster level." She was surprised. "Grandmaster level spearmanship? How old are you?"
I started practicing every day from the age of 8, and it took me 10 years to reach high level. You truly are a monster. S-grade superpower, plus an abnormal cultivation talent. How can anyone surpass that? I admit defeat. I can't fight you. Jingming wondered. Aren't you going to try other combat techniques? Q-Yun stated. Your spiritual power level is stronger than mine, plus your S-grade superpower. My magic definitely won't be able to break through your defenses. Thank you, friend Sue, for training with me. I'll treat you to lunch today. How about it? He agreed. All right. She happily said, great. Then let's meet for lunch today. Haha, let's go. Dong Hei grumbled. It's a pity student Sue is still a bit stronger. Wen Tao praised. Brother Mim is amazing. As expected, you are also the strongest among the provincial top scholars. Jingming humbly replied. Just average.
Song Chu-yun's strength isn't exceptionally great, it's just that her rank increases very quickly. He sighed. Song Chu-yun's strength isn't exceptionally great? Only you would say that. Don't you know she's the granddaughter of Song Dao-yun, the level 8 light element grandmaster who appears in history textbooks? Jingming was astonished. A powerhouse from 80 years ago. I remember a whole chapter in specialized books dedicated to him. Wen Tao recounted, in Sichuan province, everyone knows about Grandmaster Song Dao-yun, the level 8. Song Chu-yun is doted on by him. That's why her promotions are definitely very fast. He realized, no wonder she bought so much at the last gathering, and that ring that can hold a 2-meter-long square sky halberd, turns out her background is indeed that profound. Let's go. I need to continue my martial arts training. The next day, sunlight illuminated Mato Supernatural University. Jingming was satisfied. Condense brightness, condense armor, 1/5 special ability sustained for half an hour. Not only can it reduce impact force by up to 90%, but it also triggers a counterattack, which is equivalent to a decent reflect armor. 4 hours later, he looked at the system. If I add Underworld Thunder armor, how many special ability points will be left? Only over 700 special ability points remain. When I get a chance, I'll go to Yongchang and the nearby wilderness areas to replenish points. From now on, I'll devote all my efforts to preparing for the freshman competition. January 9th. On the day of the match, he greeted them. Your weapons, on the other hand, aren't like those of ordinary female students. Dong Hei replied, haven't you heard? The stranger the design, the faster you win.
This time, the goal is to make it into the top 50. Thu continued, my goal, on the other hand, is a bit higher than Xiaohe's, to reach the top 2. Jingming asked curiously, second place, so you don't want to fight me once? She retorted angrily, I can't beat you anyway, so why should I put myself through that misery? Wen Tao reminded, the only thing is, the person who achieved second place is Li Chengji, the top scholar of Qinghai, and he's very arrogant. Q Hen excitedly said, on the contrary, I want to see how strong he really is. Dong Hei pointed, look quickly, we've arrived at the competition hall. At the third arena of the freshman competition, a voice rang out. Xuanshen, I didn't expect you to be interested in the freshman competition. I thought you didn't like watching these kinds of matches. Chu Xuan replied with a smile, because someone I care about is participating in the competition. The friend asked curiously, is the person you care about male or female? Where are they? She replied, it's a male, and he's here. Below, Jingming was walking in. He exclaimed, this arena is undeniably too big, isn't it? Wen Tao was surprised. Wow, even though the school has a lot of land, it's not that big. Before, I heard a teacher say that the freshman competition involves a grand melee of 100 people, so a slightly larger arena is normal. Jingming declared, a 100-person battle in a freshman competition sounds quite interesting. Wen Tao walked in, saying in astonishment, good heavens, everyone look, why are there so many big shots from various clubs in the audience? Even the presidents of the 2 top clubs in the school, the Huijin Club and the Yanyang Club, have personally come to watch. This lineup isn't because of Brother Su, is it? Jingming turned to ask, does our Supernatural University Club also have club activities? He replied, of course, but our Ma Da University Club is different from the esports clubs, Go clubs, or whatever else those social science universities have. You could say this is a combat team established by ability users. Normally, we gather together to hunt fierce beasts in the wilderness and regularly distribute cultivation resources every month. Even after graduation, you can transfer into an official affiliated guild to become a member of the guild. Oh right, Lu Ming's senior brother happens to be the club's vice president. Today's such a good day, why isn't he here? Hearing this, Jingming thought to himself, Senior Lu, ever since I returned to school, not only him, but also Master have been unreachable. I heard they might have gone to the southwest. I wonder if they're all right. Suddenly, someone ran over and said, President, I heard the war in the southwest is tense. It must be difficult for you to return to school during such a busy time. But this new recruitment task can be left to us subordinates. There's no need for you to personally direct it. Wei Hei said, everyone else is unimportant. My purpose for returning this time is only one, to recruit Lu Ming's junior brother, Xu Jingming, at all costs. Then he glanced to the other side and thought to himself, I just don't know why Wu Yan of the Yanxing Club is also here. Could his goal also be Xu Jingming? A tall, slender person standing nearby was Wu Yan, president of the Yanxing Club. Suddenly, a magic circle appeared below, and everyone buzzed. Look, the deans of the academies are about to appear, and must be starting soon. A door suddenly appeared in midair.
People discussed, is this space ability? Another person said, probably, it's too strong. Another senior student said, I wonder which big shot in the school it is. Suddenly, a pair of long legs stepped out from that door, and then Ling Shuang gracefully appeared. Wen Tao said, she is the deputy principal in charge of the battle skill library. Jing Ming replied in surprise, the deputy principal is so young. Xiao Chan said, people with special abilities have strong physiques and their aging speed is slow, but she probably isn't over 40 years old. Ling Shuang said, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ling Shuang, one of the 3 deputy principals of the school. Normally, I am responsible for managing the battle skill library. The other 2 deputy principals also have important matters to attend to, so I will be presiding over this new student orientation ceremony. First, welcome to Moto University for Supernaturals. This new student cohort has a total of 1,025 students. Among them, there are 56 A-rank ability users, 832 B-rank supernatural ability users, and 135 C-rank ability users, and D-rank users. Additionally, there is one extremely rare S-rank ability awakening individual. Everyone immediately turned to look at Jing Ming. Then Ling Shuang continued, to help you all become stronger, the school will distribute resources annually based on your evaluations. From D to S, there are a total of 5 ranks. This new student competition will determine your treatment for the first year. After that, a large screen was displayed. Everyone read and discussed. The evaluation system, credit system, combat power rankings, and competitive mission system at Moto University are truly extensive. That's right, it would be fairer for us if these systems were abolished.
Ling Shuang heard it and immediately said, fair? When did you say Moto was fair? We in Moto aim to cultivate powerhouses, and the emergence of top-tier powerhouses must necessarily undergo fierce competition. They must contend. Everyone was intimidated by her authority. Seeing this, Jingming secretly thought, it seems I made the right choice coming to Moto Special Ability University with such a competitive system. Afterwards, Ling Shuang continued, in short, at our school, it's best not to think about hiding your strength. The stronger your strength, the more resources you'll get. Next, I will introduce the details of the freshman competition. This freshman competition is divided into 2 stages. The first stage is a 100-person free-for-all. The number of enemies each of you defeats will be tallied. The top 5 from each round will advance to the second stage. There will be a total of 10 rounds. The large screen displayed the reward chart, and she continued, these are the reward conditions. I won't elaborate on the rewards for other rankings. Seeing this, Wen Tao asked curiously, how much would a 10 cubic meter large capacity space ring sell for? Dong He replied, you can't buy this with money. Ling Shuang continued, furthermore, the freshman competition will determine your evaluation. Second-level authority will be determined by the school. All right, that's all I needed to say. Dean-san, it's your turn next. Qin Shui replied, understood. Then Ling Shuang turned and walked through the door. Next, she turned to face everyone and with a serious expression said, I declare the freshman competition officially open. A reminder, those of you with outstanding performance will be taken as personal disciples by the teachers. You must all do your best. Someone said, it seems we'll have to give it our all this time.
The person next to him replied, I hope the instructors notice me. The other person said, that's right. If the dean chooses you, you'll instantly soar to great heights. The organizer's voice rang out, the first stage consists of a total of 10 rounds of duels. Now for the draw. Those selected by IF for the first round of duels, please come up to the arena. Wen Tao saw this and immediately said, that guy Li Chenji is also in the first round. He saw Jing Ming's group and immediately made a provocative gesture with his hand. Dong He saw this and said, Xu Jingming, he's provoking you. Q Yer also said, he's truly arrogant and asking for a beating. Wen Tao chuckled, thinking to himself, seriously, out of all people to provoke, he just had to provoke the one person you absolutely shouldn't mess with. Now look what happened. Even the second most unprovocable person has taken offense. I hope he doesn't get too miserably tormented later. The arena was filled with new students. Qing Shui said, you don't need to worry about fatalities. Once there's a life-threatening situation, IF will automatically create a protective shield. You also don't need to worry about being speared. As long as you're not decapitated, all injuries can be healed. Let's begin. 3, 2, 1, begin. Everyone was in a ready stance. As soon as the signal ended, countless exciting battles erupted in the arena. The audience buzzed, saying, who is that person with the saber? They've already broken through to second tier. The person next to him said, it seems to be Li Chenji, the top person from Qinghai province. His strength is overwhelming. Chenji excitedly attacked many contestants around him. He said, truly pathetic. If announced, first round, first place, Li Chenji, defeated 36 people. He arrogantly said, Xu Jingming, you are an ability awakening grade S individual. I wonder if your performance in the first stage can surpass mine.
Wen Tao said helplessly, this guy is beyond saving. I've seen people courting death, but I've never seen anyone court death so thoroughly. The person next to Wu Yuan asked, Chairman, Li Tengji has broken through to second tier. Do we need to make him our primary target? Wu Yuan replied,
No need. The primary target is still Xu Jingming. That person asked again, Chairman, do you have inside information? Wu Yuan replied, It's not really inside information. I saw it with my own eyes that day. An announcement rang out. Now drawing lots for the participants of the second round of the competition. Please come up to the arena. Jingming said, My luck isn't bad. It's my turn in the second round. Wen Tao said, Brother Ming, show that Li Chengji guy how amazing you are. Chu Yun cheered. Go for it. He replied, Okay. A person on the arena shouted, It's Xu Jingming. Another person said, How unlucky can you get, being drawn into the same round as him? It's over now. We'll just have to compete for the remaining 4 spots. Jingming stood proudly. He thought, did they think standing far away would make them safe? Naive. On the platform, Qing Shui asked, Is that the disciple Dean Yang recently took in? Ming Yang replied, That's right, it's him, the one who awakened from Divine Thunder Skill, Lightning Elemental Ability, Grade S. He continued, His aura doesn't look bad, very powerful. I wonder how he'll perform. Zhen Tian, who was next to him, was startled and spat out water, shouting, What? Xu Jingming is already second tier? Wasn't he just an awakened one when he enrolled? Ming Yang said, That's right, it's only been a little over a month, and this leveling speed is truly terrifying.
Ting Shui said, This old Yang has such big news but didn't say a word beforehand. He's really good at keeping secrets. The system announced, as soon as the 3-2-1 start signal ended, powerful lightning bolts appeared beneath Jingming's feet. He spun the weapon in his hand, creating a powerful vortex, and happily thought to himself, as expected, compared to slaying fierce beasts, I still prefer fighting against humans. All the contestants were overwhelmed. What terrifying aura! Wait, is this the aura of a second stage upper rank individual? Xu Jingming was actually a special ability second stage upper rank individual. The others were startled upon hearing this. Damn, second stage upper rank, how are we supposed to play like this? Am I really participating in a new student competition? We're all students, so why are you not just one major stage higher than me? Cheng Lei asked Gorshi, President, did you know about this early on? He calmly replied, You could say that. Have you seen Xu Jingmin's potential now? Chu Xuan, with a proud expression, thought, as expected, it's him. Senior. No, it should be junior. He tricked me for so long. No, I must go find him to settle the score later. Li Chengji gritted his teeth. It seems difficult now. Heh, with him here, Xu Jingming, if it were other rounds, you would definitely win, but that guy just had to be in the second round. Let me see what you'll do later. In this dilemma, a voice suddenly rang out, guiding the other contestants.
Everyone, Xu Jingming is a second stage upper rank and possesses an S-rank supernatural ability. No one can stand against him. It's better if we all gather and eliminate Xu Jingming first. The others seemed to grasp the truth, clenching their fists as if seizing success. What he said makes sense. It's not wrong. This is the best strategy, they thought. Everyone agreed. Upon hearing this, Jingming thought to himself, this voice carries a powerful mesmerizing ability. Is he a mental system special ability user? At that moment, he noticed a young man employing the mesmerizing ability. The young man transmitted the message. There are 103 of us here in total, excluding Xu Jingming. That leaves 102 against 1. If we just drag this out, we'll definitely wear him down to death. I am Shilao, an A-rank mental ability user. I guarantee that if you just follow me, we can definitely win. Opportunities to defeat an S-rank supernatural ability user don't come often. Thus, everyone, as if hypnotized, frantically charged towards Jingming, cheering themselves on as they charged. That's right, if we don't take the risk, we'll definitely be eliminated. If we do, there's still a chance. I'm in. Let's defeat an S-rank supernatural ability user. This might be the only chance in my life. I'm in too. Shilao, tell us, what should we do? On the other side of the stands, Mo Yu asked with a sarcastic tone, This Shilao fellow has some skill. He actually managed to gather the new students and bring them together to confront him. He bared his teeth and stroked his chin. Now Xu Jingming is in a bit of trouble. I'm afraid he might fail. Ting Xuet replied, I recall Shilao is Dean Long's disciple, isn't he? As expected, he's very capable. The man sneered.
Because Xu Jingming was too strong, they shared a common animosity. Xiao Lian simply lucky, which couldn't be considered true strength. She exclaimed, Luck can also be considered a part of strength, but now Xu Jingming is in deep trouble. If an S-rank ability awakening individual can't even pass the first stage of the new student competition, then this joke might be going too far. Back on the arena floor, Jingming could see Xi Liao staring at him. He paid no mind to Xi Liao's rambling words. Xi Liao gloated, Xu Jingming, if you could have stopped me from saying a second word, you might still have been able to turn the tide. You put on quite a show, but now everyone has heard, and you no longer have a chance. 1 against 102. How do you plan to turn the tide? Jingming sneered. Turn the tide? What makes you think I'm at a disadvantage? Xi Liao, undeterred, commanded, Close combat superpower users, advance first. Long-range special ability users, unleash your attacks immediately. And support-type special ability users, enhance statuses and charge. One person, intending to ambush Jingming, leaped high into the air, their voice loud and undisguised. The chance to defeat an S-rank supernatural ability user is here.
Seeing someone take the lead, the others grew bolder and followed suit. Charge! Kill! Xi Liao smugly advised, Xu Jingming, I advise you not to think about dealing with me. Deal with the enemies around you first. Jingming smiled confidently. The more people there are, the less impact they have on me. Immediately, a dazzling purple light vortex appeared. The light shot towards the barrier that the others had erected.
The wall shattered into 100 pieces, sending everyone flying in all directions. Bodies lay scattered everywhere, and they were terrified by Jingming's bizarre appearance. The two people below thought to themselves, and finally the fat man trembled. It's about to explode. We're doomed. We're going to die. And so a shocking explosion occurred. It swept away rocks and people around it, emitting mysterious purple light rays. The people standing on the sidelines wondered, what was that sound? Can you believe it? I saw a mushroom cloud on the arena. Shilio and the others aren't dead, are they? At this moment, those affected by the explosion were protected by a protective circle. The system announced, a check has detected unstoppable shockwave energy. Life is threatened. The energy defense grid has been automatically activated. Furthermore, we regret to inform you that you have been eliminated by Su Jingming. Shilio also had some minor injuries but was not eliminated. He thought, this is bad. If I don't provoke Su Jingming, I definitely can't level up. Now I can't even defeat one person. All hope for the second stage of the new student competition is lost. Shilio stubbornly refused to admit defeat, pointing to the sky and demanding, just ignore me. Continue the attack. So the others, with bloodshot eyes and surging killing intent, charged forward again. They thought to themselves, Su Jingming, even if I get eliminated, I'll drag you down with me. He was surrounded on all sides, but his mind remained unshaken. Everyone simultaneously pointed their swords and weapons directly at him.
Suddenly, a blue lightning bolt flashed in his eyes. Xi Liao, on the other side, hadn't yet processed the information, thinking he had knocked him out and secretly rejoiced. Defeating Xu Jingming one-on-one wouldn't be considered a loss. However, he was stunned by the scene before him. All the contestants were suspended in midair, caught by Jingming's magic. As for him, he stood with his feet shoulder-width apart, one hand raised, as if preparing to unleash a final move to end the show. He closed his eyes and mumbled. Xi Liao was stunned, unable to believe it. Without using combat skills, merely employing a simple special ability, he could block all elemental energy attacks? How was that possible? Was this an S-rank supernatural ability? He collapsed, falling to his knees and cursing. We gathered so many people, but in the end, in others' eyes, we're still just ants. The audience below erupted even more, everyone shocked by Xu Jingming's overwhelming power. The lightning is terrifying. The elemental attacks of others are completely useless. It's absurd. Over 100 people against one, yet they couldn't exert any pressure at all? I also learned Lightning Fury. Why is his so ridiculous? Chu Xuana stood up and cheered. I knew it. Senior has no problems at all. Q Yun added, to want to defeat Xu Jingming with just that, it's too naive. Zhen Chao commented, his mastery of lightning restraint must have reached at least advanced level. Gong Sua replied, the sonic boom generated when throwing the lightning restraint, its speed must be at least twice the speed of sound. His physique is extremely powerful. Zhen Chao continued.
The lightning net was seamless, proving they definitely train hard every day. Not bad. Ting Sui expressed, it's a pity old Yang isn't here. Otherwise I could have asked for important information about Xu Jingming. Back on the arena, everyone was buzzing with discussion. We can't break through their defense. What should we do? Should we run away instead? Jingming provocatively boasted, don't dare to charge anymore? Then I will. As soon as he finished speaking, a bolt of lightning struck the ground forcefully, and then, one after another, the bolts aimed directly at the enemies for heavenly lightning punishment. The opposing side hastily prepared. Too fast. Formation. Quickly form a formation. No, dispersing will make it easier to be defeated. We must gather together. The crowd frantically used shields to block. Seeing this, a glint of interest appeared in Jingming's eyes. Now this is interesting. So Jingming began his continuous assault, commenting as he attacked. Your slashing angle is wrong. Your speed is too slow. Your strength is too weak. A lightning-fast strike, decisively ending the suffering. Jingming gripped his weapon tightly. The defeated contestants could only lie slumped on the ground. Jingming forcefully tapped his spear and declared, too weak. Everyone was covered in spear marks, glaring at Jingming. Fine, you beat us into this state, and yet you still call us weak. Someone on the ground muttered, why am I on the same team as him? The announcement sound rang out. End of the second round match of Phase 1. The one who advanced is Xu Jingming, having defeated 102 people. The robot emitted 2 beeps.
The remaining 4 who advanced are Jingtan touched the robot. Except for Xu Jingming who advanced, the rest were contestants from the 11th round of matches who recompeted and from whom 4 were chosen. Everyone shouted, a crushing defeat, absolutely a crushing defeat. The girl exclaimed, only one person advanced from the freshman competition. I've never seen that before. The man next to her clenched his fists. Just wait, those societies will be fighting over Xu Jingming so fiercely later that they'll be tearing each other's heads off. Shen Chao turned to Wu Yan. The freshman competition has been going on for over 40 years, hasn't it? He confirmed. That's right. Previously, the highest record was also set by an S-rank creator, with 87 people. Gong Sua added, I remember it took 7 minutes. He sighed. Considering everything, Xu Jingming's new record will probably be unbreakable. Gong Sua sighed again. I wonder how young Zentian managed to cultivate him. Xu Jingming's spear technique has actually reached master level. Hearing this, Jingtan taught, master level. It seems Xu Jingming truly has extremely high talent in the weapon path. I originally wanted to recruit him to the Elemental Academy, but now it's probably unnecessary. With Xu Jingming here, the freshmen of the 3 schools this semester won't have anything to worry about anymore. Seeing Jingming come off the stage, Dong He approached. Congratulations, congratulations. Wen Tao, meanwhile, was excited. Brother Ming, did you see Li Chengji's expression? After you eliminated Shi Liu, he instantly turned into an idiot. Excellent. I feel like he could learn to change his expression better than an actor now.
He looked over at him, realizing this guy was just a paper tiger, a pushover. However, his previous actions were too arrogant, truly unbearable. Never mind, I'll challenge him once in the second stage later. After all, I have 3 opportunities. After that, Jingming clapped Wen Tao on the shoulder. It's up to you guys next. He reassured them. Don't worry, getting promoted before the top 50 is still very easy. Q Yun chimed in. No problem, I'm actually looking forward to it. She also turned to him. I'll show you later. Although I can't beat you, besides you, I'm the strongest freshman. In round 3, Lu Wentao took 4th place with 9 defeated opponents. In round 6, Bi Donghei took 3rd place with 12 defeated opponents. By round 8, Q Yun gripped her halberd expectantly, saying, Finally, it's my turn. A smile full of excitement and confidence played on her lips. Faced with her beauty, all the men cheered. Look quickly, Song Q Yun, provincial top scholar Sichuan. This figure, this face, truly a masterpiece. She uses a square sky halberd as her weapon. This is truly rare. I unilaterally declare, she is the new goddess of our school. The sound rang out, and the magic began. Q Yun took her stance, using the move Divine Radiance Light. She leaped into her opponents. All of them could only withstand 1 move before being knocked out. Everyone was astonished. Damn, another level 2 person.
What a relief, what a relief. It's just a tier 2 seed, not a monster like Xu Jingming. What difference does it make? We still can't beat them. Guoxi smiled faintly and ordered, listing Sum Q Yun as 2nd place, and temporarily listing Li Chengji as a 3rd place recruitment target. His subordinate nodded. Understood. Q Yun struck the person in front of her, then used her spear to parry the one behind her, and then powerfully struck the one in front again. With another knee thrust, another opponent was knocked down. Q Yun gripped her spear tightly and unleashed the Divine Radiant Storm. She thrust powerfully, activating, and unleashed the Radiant Flame Gravity Slash. The pressure from that strike forced everyone to their knees. Ah, it's so heavy. An announcement rang out. 1st place in this round, Song Q Yun, number of defeated opponents 45. Q Yun closed her eyes, and with a single thought, her spear was retracted into a ring. Then she walked down to the stands, waving to everyone. Q Yun bowed before Jingming. So, my performance wasn't bad, was it? Jingming praised her. Indeed, very impressive. Your melee combat skill and magic system combine very well. I look forward to your performance in the 2nd round. 2 hours later, the 2nd phase of the rookie competition began, the free challenge match. Each person had 3 opportunities to initiate a challenge against any higher-ranked player. However, those outside the top 50 were not allowed to directly challenge the top 50. A dozen or so spectator stands soared into the air from the ground. Cheng Ji rubbed his chin. Forget Xu Jingming, how about challenging Song Q Yun, 2nd place? Suddenly, Jingming's voice rang out. Ava, I want to challenge Li Chengji, ranked 3rd.
Hearing his words, he yelled in a panic. What? He pointed at his face and roared, Xu Jingming, you're rank 1. Why are you challenging a rank 3 like me? He closed his eyes and replied, The rules don't state that lower ranks are obligated to challenge higher ranks. Besides, do you really think I can provoke you at will? The people behind them whispered, What's going on? Are they having a conflict? The person next to him chuckled softly. Don't you know? Li Qingji provoked Xu Jingming before. He was surprised all right. So arrogant, no wonder Xu Jingming took the initiative to challenge him. Eva's voice rang out. Eva has arranged arena number 74 for this battle. The two quickly stepped onto the stage. Thurichi growled, grinding his teeth. All right, then I'll see just how powerful an S-rank ability user like you truly is. Once both were ready, a countdown sounded. Both sides, please prepare. 3, 2, 1, begin. As soon as it began, he roared, energy erupting around him. A-rank beast-type ability enhanced. Berserk Beast Lion King. He roared and charged forward. Xu Jingming, you forced my hand. Jingming's eyes flashed with killing intent. I didn't force you. Your arrogance brought this upon yourself. Instantly he vanished, leaving only lightning behind. In a split second, he teleported behind Thurichi. Thurichi turned his head and used Frenzied Lion Claw.
A lightning power ability user dares to confront me directly? That's just asking for death. Their weapons clashed violently, and the force from the impact sent Chengji flying back.
He was utterly astonished to realize his opponent's power was greater than his own. Jingming continued to channel lightning power into his spear. He unleashed his purple heaven divine lightning, and the lightning bolt caused Chengji extreme pain. He slammed hard into the lightning wall, but couldn't break through, only letting out a painful scream. Everyone around watched the battle in shock and astonishment. Li Changji was a level 2 enhancement system ability user. Even he couldn't resist. So how strong was Xu Jingming? What was even more terrifying was that Xu Jingming was still controlling the power of the thunder, completely overwhelming Li Changji. Even Eva was momentarily unable to determine the victor. Damn it. In the future, no matter who you provoke, don't provoke Xu Jingming. When Eva's voice rang out, Xu Jingming had won this match. A faint trace of lightning still lingered on Jingming's hand. He had originally intended to torment him a bit more, but perhaps the suffering of the past 10 seconds was enough for him to remember for a lifetime. He hoped Chengzi would remember this well and rein himself in a bit. Otherwise, with such a personality, he would sooner or later suffer losses. Chengji narrowly escaped death, exclaiming in his heart, "I'm alive again. Just a moment ago, I truly thought I was going to die." He watched Jingming's retreating back, who had finally left. At this moment, Qiu Yun loudly declared, "Eva, I also want to challenge Li Chengji, who is currently ranked 3rd. Dong He and Wen Tao stood behind, smiling faintly. On Chengji's face, an expression of both fear and astonishment was clearly visible.
Holy cow! Li Chengji was flung high, forming an arc. AVA announced, "The winner of this match is Songchu Yun." She smiled, saying, "I went easy on you." He collapsed on the spot, was placed on a stretcher, and carried inside. Songchu Yun approached everyone, asking, "Did you all see how I beat him?" Xu Jingming replied, "You're quite something." The two high-fived to celebrate their victory. Hee hee. A crowd of people buzzed with discussion. There's definitely something going on between these two. Xia Yi mumbled, "Their goddess of this batch, this hateful Xu Jingming acted too highly. This semester hasn't even started yet." Another person cautiously whispered, "Shh, speak softer. You don't want to end up like Li Chengji, getting beaten by the couple working together." 4 hours later, Ting Shu announced, "The time has come, officially concluding the freshman competition. Here are the final results. First place, Xu Jingming. Second place, Songchu Yun. Third place, Li Chengji. 26th place, Bi Donghe. 39th place, Li Wentao. Next, please log in to the school's website and fill in your academy information." Songchu Yun asked, "Jingming, which class were you assigned to?" Xu Jingming replied, "Class 2, Year 1 of the Academy of Weaponry." "What about you?" She answered, "Class 3, Year 1 of the Elemental Academy." Bi Donghe chuckled from behind. "Oh dear, is she calling him Brother Ming now?" Li Wentao whispered, "Today she dares to call him Jingming. Tomorrow she'll dare to call him Honey." Ting Shu continued to announce, "Academy assignments have concluded. This matrication ceremony and freshman competition are officially over."
Additionally, students who performed well in the freshman competition will also receive news tonight about being accepted as disciples by exclusive masters. Please stay tuned. Wow, this batch of freshmen is much stronger, everyone agreed, especially Xu Jingming, who ranked 1st. In another year or two, he might be able to dominate all the students in the school. Perhaps those societies will fiercely compete for him. On the street, Jingming sighed in relief. It's finally over. Qiu Yun suggested, "How about we go out for a meal?" "All right, can you treat us? After all, you're rich now, having just acquired a 10 cubic meter spatial ring." He assented. "No problem, order whatever you like later." Wen Tao leaped up, shouting, "Awesome, Brother Ming is so generous." Suddenly, a person approached. "Student Su, please wait a moment." Su Jingming looked bewildered. "You are—" The young man introduced himself. "I am Wu Yuan, the president of the Yang Xing Society, and I'd like to invite student Su to join our society. Of course, since you are currently the only S-rank student, our Yang Xing Society will also show some sincerity. As long as you join us, you will have the position of vice president and receive 100 academic credits and a portion of B-grade resources each semester." Passers-by, seeing this, buzzed with excitement. Vice president, how admirable. People like them have to pay money or even become servants to join a society. The difference is truly immense. And what's more, the Yang Xing Society is one of the top societies in their school.
Simply by virtue of being a vice president after graduation, one can join the elite guild. Suddenly, a voice interrupted their conversation. It was Wei He, accompanied by Vice President Wu Yan. Vice President Wu Yan spoke up. "Your Falling Star Club is truly too small. Xu Jingming, if you come to our Kui Chin Club, you can directly become the provisional president. When you graduate, you will be the president, and other benefits will not be lacking." The people around were surprised. "Oh, provisional president. With such treatment, is Kui Chin Club really going all out?" Wu Yan pondered. Falling Star Club belongs to the Falling Star Guild. According to the guild's regulations, the president will be arranged by them. This condition I truly cannot offer.
Jingming rubbed his chin. Vice President, regarding this provisional president position, I need time to think. I will give you an answer in a few days. In my previous life, when I was in university, I participated in the student council and even served as its president. However, the student council's affairs took up too much of my time. In this life, I think it's better if I'm a bit more cautious. Wu Yan offered his business phone number. When you've made your mind, contact me directly. Wei He did the same. Here's mine. They handed their business cards to the other three. Wu Yan said, if the three of you wish to join Yansheng, we warmly welcome you. Wei He added, Kui Chin as well. Xu Jingming spoke up. Let's go. Q Yun said, it doesn't seem like it'll be that easy to leave. As soon as he finished speaking, a crowd rushed over, shouting, Student Xu, please join our club. The vast majority were female students.
You should still join them. Our environment is the best for development. We are backed by Tycoon. You need to get away and hide somewhere else. Finally, we're out. Let's go. I'll take you to Qinyi residence. Suddenly, there were footsteps approaching. Chu Xuan waved. Long time no see, Junior. He gave a wry smile and greeted the senior. Q Yuan asked curiously, who is this? Jingming introduced. She is Senior Zhang Chuxuan, whom I met some time ago in the primordial wilderness area. Zhang Chuxuan continued. I'm a second-year student from Class 3 at the Elemental Academy. Hello, everyone. Wen Tao trembled, secretly calling out, Goddess Zhang. Then he secretly marveled, as expected of Brother Ming. Even such a cold beauty knows how to smile. Song Q Yun, standing nearby, greeted. Hello, Senior. I'm Song Q Yun, Su Jingming's classmate. Zhang Xuxuan was surprised. What a beautiful girl, with exquisite features and a slender figure, making others feel an urge to get closer to her. Wen Tao secretly thought again, get closer? This girl is truly terrifying. She's into both men and women. Q Yun asked, we're going out to eat now, Senior. Would you like to join us? She nodded, sure. On the street, people came and went, bustling and lively. In a restaurant, everyone raised their glasses, celebrating the end of the freshman competition. Cheers! Chu Xuan linked arms with Jingming. Come on, Junior, cheers. He replied, all right. Q Yun also came over. Jingming, let's also have a drink. He replied, all right. Wen Tao, watching, whispered, these two seem to both be interested in our brother Ming. Quickly retreat from this Ashura field.
Dong He agreed. He stood up and left with her. He said to Jingming, Jingming, I'm leaving senior sister and Chu Yun to you. Dong He and I still have some things to do, so we'll be leaving first. Goodbye. Jingming was helpless. What's going on with these two? Rushing off like that, it just goes to show that drinking alcohol always leads to trouble. Chu Xuan, now drunk, said, Senior sister seems unable to walk anymore. Junior, could you help her a bit? Chu Yun was also tipsy, adding, Jingming, I can't walk anymore either. Please help me get home. Jingming asked again, Are you too sure? The two girls affirmed in unison, Absolutely. He was helpless. All right, I'll take you two home. Passers-by whispered when they saw this. Over there seems to be Goddess Zhang. He's truly blessed. So enviable. He returned home after safely taking the two girls back. Inside, he saw someone already sitting there, waiting. The girl stood up and introduced herself. Hello, Student Xu. I am Su Yu, your class's counselor. I'm here to give you your freshman competition award. He waved his hand and replied, Hello, Miss Su. Thank you. Su Yu presented the box. The security box can be opened with your fingerprint. I'll send you the group number later. Remember to join the class group chat. Later, if anything happens at school, you can contact me directly for help. He replied, Yes. Su Yu said, All right, I still have other students to inform, so I'll be leaving now. Wen Tao came down from upstairs. He asked, How's Jingming? There wasn't any conflict just now, was there, with Song Chu Yun and senior sister Zhang?
He replied, What conflict could there be between the two of them? He was surprised. So there was no conflict? They're so harmonious. As expected of Brother Ming, it turns out he had already handled everything. He didn't mind, opened the chest, and accessed it through his authority. Jingming chuckled. Hey, let's try the rewards first. Jingming activated the spatial ring, putting the items inside. Hey, 10 cubic meters, that's really big. Now I guess I don't need to carry weapons everywhere every day anymore. Wen Tao exclaimed, 3 storage rings. Brother Ming really has the air of a wealthy bachelor tycoon now. Someone in the top 50 like me only has 400 credits. Can't compare to Brother Ming. So envious. He spoke up. I really have a bit too many rings on my hand. Tomorrow I'll go to the equipment department to see. They'll probably reclaim some of this equipment. What does this medicinal pill do? There's no instruction manual either. He said, identifying medicinal pills is simple. If, come out here. Ava began scanning the medicinal pill in his hand. This is a condensing heart pill, manufactured by Motto University Department of Potions for Awakened. It is effective for special ability users of rank 5 and below. Consuming it will increase mental strength, an A-grade cultivation resource. Jingming wondered, Ava also has a medicinal pill analysis function? Wen Tao said, not just medicinal pills, fierce beast materials, strange flowers and exotic herbs, if can appraise them all. He smiled. It's really convenient. Too bad Ava can't be brought outside. He replied, there might be similar products on the market.
Jingming said, It's certainly possible. When you have time, you should try looking for it. In the training room on the second floor, Jingming checked his stats to see how much mental power he had. The two major basic attributes are physique and spirit. The more mental power a special ability user possesses, the longer their special ability can be maintained, and the greater their power. Exchanging special ability points for mental power was becoming increasingly difficult. The rate started at 10.2 but was now 10.1, making it less and less beneficial. He hoped this medicinal pill would bring him a surprise. As soon as he swallowed it, winds began to swirl around Jingming. He was surprised. His mental power increased by 50, surpassing 1,000, and he also saved 500 special ability points. The effect was not bad. Seizing the moment of excitement, he trained for 2 hours before going to sleep. The next morning, everyone started their new day, with bustling crowds on the streets. Jingming was scanning his fingerprint, thinking after selling the ring, his assets had soared to over 100 million. All his small goals had been accumulated. Special ability users truly rake in money. Ava announced, "Number 14, please proceed to Alchemist/Pharmacist number 3's station." He thought to himself, it's only number 14 now and I'm number 43. I'm afraid I'll have to wait at least over an hour. I'll sit down and cultivate for a bit first. As Jingming was walking around, looking for a suitable spot, Tu Swang came up to him and started a conversation. "Hey Junior, you're here too?" Jingming smiled. "What a coincidence, Senior. Are you sober from last night?" She blushed shyly and replied, "I've been sober for a while now." Tu Swang asked, "Oh right, are you here to sell the strange flowers and exotic herbs you found in the cave last time?" Jingming replied, "Not exactly. It would be even better if I could find an alchemist/pharmacist to help me refine them."
It's better to sell it right away. Chu Swan said confidently, "Are you looking for an alchemist? Don't you see there's already an excellent and beautiful alchemist right beside you?" Jingmin was surprised. "Sister, aren't you an amateur?" She retorted, "Who said I'm an amateur? I have a second-grade alchemist certification, and refining a few second-grade medicinal pills is still very easy. Furthermore, I don't plan to go to the wilderness to film documentaries anymore. Instead, I'll focus on pursuing the path of an alchemist." The two sat together on a long bench. Chu Swan began, "After experiencing the last crisis, I realized that the wilderness might not suit me. Of course, I'll still shoot videos, but I'll change them to focus on the life of an alchemist." Jingming exclaimed, "Changing your video style? Then I'm afraid you'll lose a large number of fans." She recounted, "Who said it wouldn't be? I'm an orphan. Both my parents died in a beast tide when I was in my teens. After I awakened my grade A ice rock ability, I tried hard to get into university, but my financial situation was extremely difficult. After my videos became popular, I became a spokesperson for things like combat suits and weapons, and my income increased significantly. But in truth, I prefer researching and crafting medicinal pills." She was happily in the laboratory with her product vials. She tilted her head and looked at Jingming. "If you hadn't come to save me last time, I would have been finished, but I can't be so lucky every time, so I decided to change direction." He encouraged her, "Go for it. I wish you success in your new direction. But can someone with an ice rock special ability also become an alchemist?"
She laughed loudly, knowing at a glance that he understood nothing about alchemists. She explained, "There are cauldrons for brewing potions or separate alchemy furnaces that can convert energy-based special abilities into fire. Your lightning system can also refine medicine." Jingming took out a box. "Then all these strange flowers and exotic herbs are for you, sister." Tu Xuan was surprised. "You really want me to help you? If you trust me that much, then I won't be polite anymore. In a week, I will give you the finished medicinal pills." At this moment, the ringing of a phone attracted Jingming's attention. Scene change. At Zentian's house, sunlight shone on the roof. Everyone was discussing animatedly. One person said, "Before I came back, I saw a lot of news about Junior Disciple Brother on the school forum website. He's truly a prodigy." Another person chimed in, "I saw it too, Senior Brother Liu. Is Junior Disciple Brother really that good?" Liu Ming smiled. "You'll know in a bit. It will definitely surprise you." Tong Wei was a little expectant. "Is that so? Then I'll have to confirm it carefully later. Junior Disciple Brother might indeed be strong, but perhaps Senior Brother is exaggerating a little." At this moment, Jingming walked in. Zentian smiled. "Jingming, you're here." He walked closer. "Hello, Master. I came straight here after receiving the call." Seeing Liu Ming's 2 feet, he exclaimed, "Senior Brother Liu, what happened to you?" Zentian explained, "It was Grandmaster Hegemon rank Wang Lin. To lure monsters, he used the Qin family guild as bait. The guild suffered heavy casualties, and your senior brother was also severely injured. I had a fight with that scoundrel Wang Lin."
Although he ultimately couldn't win, he didn't have an easy time either. "Therefore, I cannot participate in your new student competition." He fumed. "Damn it, an 8th rank Grandmaster can move mountains and fill seas, yet there's unexpectedly this kind of scum. 8th rank Grandmaster. I'm only 2nd tier now, let alone avenging my senior disciple brother. If I encounter something like this, I'm afraid I'll just become cannon fodder. In this world, if you can't become a powerful expert, you'll just be arbitrarily controlled by them." Chen Tian patted Jingming's shoulder. "All right, don't overthink it. Let me introduce you. This is your 3rd year senior disciple brother Ziwei, and your 2nd year senior disciple sister Tong Yue.
The two greeted him. Hello, junior disciple brother. Ziwei presented a gift. This is a 4th grade Origin Energy Pill, which can greatly enhance the efficiency of Origin energy absorption, a grade B cultivation resource. Tong Yue took out a card, and I will directly transfer 200 credits to you. He cupped his hands and bowed to the two. Thank you, senior disciple brother, senior disciple sister. Lu Ming spoke up. Just now, your senior disciple sister Tong seemed to doubt my words. Tell her, are you proficient in 4 grade A lightning combat skills? Jingming smiled. Senior disciple brother Lu was not wrong. The two were utterly astonished. Holy crap, it's actually true. 4 grade A combat skills? How did you do that? That's right. When you were learning combat skills, how could you simultaneously advance to upper 2nd tier? Tong Yue thought to herself. Grade A combat skills are extremely difficult. For me to master 2 grade A combat skills.
Jingming recently leveled up to 2nd tier upper rank. Not only is his rank equal to mine, but he also has more mastered A rank combat skills than I do. Where's the logic in this? He humbly replied, no special experience, I'm just naturally perceptive. He clutched his forehead. Little junior brother, this is heartbreaking, he thought to himself. I definitely can't tell everyone about the system. Zentian smiled. I've always been satisfied with Jingming's effort and perception. Later, we'll throw you a celebratory feast. Congratulations on winning 1st place in the competition. Director Sun praised you to the heavens. He replied, it was all right, they were just too weak. Oh, right, master, I want you to help me test a combat skill. Xu Wei wondered, what combat skill is it? Senior brother Lu is not convenient to act, but aren't I here? There's no need to bother master. Jingming replied, the S-rank combat skill, Underworld Thunder Armor. Hearing of an S-rank skill, the 4 people were startled and put on serious expressions. Zentian's enthusiasm waned, but then he became excited again. All right, you've got my attention. Someone of 3rd stage lower rank like me can't break through the defenses of Underworld Thunder Armor. He said, let's go to the training ground. A moment later, everyone had arrived at the training ground. Xu Wei wondered, what do you all think? Did little junior brother really learn that S-rank combat skill? Lu Ming replied, from what I know of Xu Jingming, he wouldn't boast. Tong Wei sighed. All right, I guess I understand what you meant by prodigy, senior brother.
At this moment, lightning appeared around Jingming. His entire body was enveloped by a layer of lightning armor. S-rank combat skill, Underworld Thunder Armor. He excitedly shouted, Master, bring it on! Chen Tian excitedly launched his attack. Jingming, I'll start by testing you with the intensity of a peak tier 3 ability user. Immediately, the impact pressure of the attack on the armor formed a massive shockwave. However, Jingming stood firm, showing no signs of distress. Feeling more confident, he provoked Chen Tian. Master, increase the power a bit more. That's not enough. Hearing this, he became extremely excited and laughed, saying, all right, then I'll increase it. If you can't handle it, just tell me. With that, Chen Tian increased the level of his special ability, first doubling it, then quadrupling it, then 6 times, and finally 10 times. At this point, Jingming's expression showed some struggle. Then, the armor shattered, deflecting the final wave of the special ability. At the same time, he collapsed to the ground. Chen Tian raised him. Haha, not bad, very good. The attack intensity of a lower level 4 ability user is only about 10 times that of a peak tier 3. This armor of yours would require at least an A rank level 4 ability user to break through its defense. Lu Jie exclaimed, an S-rank warrior combined with an S-rank supernatural ability, to think it could reach such a terrifying level. Juel added, junior disciple brother surpassed 2 major ranks. He can defend against the attacks of a level 4 ability user.
This was no longer a simple prodigy. At this moment, Zentian spoke. It's time, let's go out to eat. Jingming, panting, quickly said, Master, wait a moment. And then he roared, this isn't my limit. Immediately, his hair gradually turned white, his expression contorted as if on the verge of breaking through a realm. In an instant, his entire body soared into the air, his hybrid hair hearing like a combination of Son Goku and Gojo. He let out a loud cry. Ha! Zentian below was also stunned. Lu Ming quickly braced himself and simultaneously exclaimed, Thunder Extreme State! Jingming's thunder indestructible body has advanced to the 3rd level. Shui'er and Lu Jie, standing to the side, also raised their hands to block the source of power. Is junior disciple brother really that strong? Shui'er thought to herself, my thunder indestructible body is only at the 2nd level. Zentian, on his part, was extremely delighted. Not only does junior disciple brother possess 4 A-grade combat techniques and 1 S-grade combat technique, but he has also broken through the Thunder Extreme State. Is he even human anymore? He continued to activate his special ability and spoke, I was wondering why your body could so easily withstand 10 times the impact force. So it turns out your thunder indestructible body has entered the 3rd level. Again. As soon as he finished speaking, a magic circle appeared right above his head. Jingming, on his side, had also activated his armor, mentally prepared to take the blow. 3 minutes later, both had finished the test. Zentian concluded, excellent. 20 times means that only the attack intensity of a mid-tier level 4 ability user can break through the defense. He sincerely said, Jingming, for you to be able to reach this point, it truly somewhat exceeds my expectations. He wiped his sweat and replied, I have troubled you, master.
At the same time, he was secretly delighted, finally knowing the extent of his own defense this time. Zentian walked over and supported his student. Among my many students, you are the only one who puts my mind at ease. You know things without me even needing to teach you. Then the whole group returned together. Xue'er excitedly said, "Let's go eat. I'm in a good mood today. Everyone can fix something a bit expensive." On the way back, Jingming expressed his dilemma to Liu Min. "Senior brother Liu, between the Qi-Qin Society and the Yanying Society, which one do you think I should choose?" Liu Ming replied without hesitation, "Yanying." Liu Jie, who was driving, also turned his head to ask, "Huh? Senior brother Liu, I thought you'd want junior disciple brother to join your Qi-Qin Society." Liu Ming explained, "If there hadn't been any problems with the Qi-Qin Society, I would naturally want junior disciple brother to join our society. But now, Yanying will definitely be better." Zentian advised, "Jingming, actually, you should stay in a first-year society. In your second year, wait until your third and fourth years, then establish your own society. After graduation, these people will become the core members of the force you establish." He was puzzled. Is a force established by me truly necessary? Hearing this, Zentian frowned. "Do you know why your master cannot step into the Grandmaster realm?"
That's because without a faction, you have to do everything yourself, wasting time. Jingming, remember this. If you have a faction to handle trivial matters, only then can you fully focus on your cultivation." He replied, "I understand. Thank you for your guidance." At the same time, he calculated in his mind, "It seems that once my strength has leveled up a bit, I'll have to start thinking about this matter." The next day, Jingming returned to school. He walked and thought, "I've finally officially started school, and things at school are gradually getting on track." During class, the teacher lectured, "Today we will talk about the origin of fierce beasts. Several hundred years ago, primal energy appeared on Blue Star, wild beasts transformed into fierce beasts, and humanity underwent ability awakening." Jingming looked at the screen and pondered. It turned out that after the appearance of primal energy, everyone discovered many ancient civilization ruins underground. The vast majority of scientific and technological products developed on Blue Star evolved from these ancient ruined civilizations, including the special ability testing equipment. Afterwards was anatomy class, where everyone observed the skeletal model of a massive creature placed in the middle of the classroom. Next was the weapons class at the academy, learning about various tools and combat weapons. After that, Jingming also had to attend Elemental Academy. He was asked to stand on the podium and demonstrate a water dragon, which made the teacher's eyes widen in astonishment. "Not bad. You are very outstanding. Manipulating an S-rank supernatural ability into any desired shape is not easy. No one at Elemental Academy has ever been able to do this. What a pity."
He is not from our academy. Over the weekend in the Yangcheng Wilderness, Jingming single-handedly took down a giant monster. The Azure Dark Thunder Spear, valued at 1,000 credits, continuously discharged lightning. He confidently swung the spear, marveling to himself. New knowledge, new skills, new equipment. Indeed, they have significantly upgraded his combat capabilities. Jingming looked at his ability stats provided by the system and pondered. His strength had more than doubled in 2 months, and his special ability points exceeded 13,000. Unfortunately, a plus sign had yet to appear next to the special ability section. Logically speaking, if everything else could be upgraded, special ability probably could too. No more saving up. It was better to seize this opportunity to upgrade himself now for greater efficiency. So he tapped the plus sign next to vitality. Immediately, he felt an electric current surge through his body, filling him with boundless vitality. He then secretly encouraged himself. He believed that one day, his purple heaven divine lightning could become an SS tier special ability. The next day at school, Jingming took a seat next to Chu Yun. She complained, "The manipulation type special ability you've learned in just a few days is stronger than what I achieved in a month of training. It's absolutely infuriating." He gave a polite laugh. "I just had a sudden breakthrough." At this moment he thought, "I have a system. Of course you can't compare to me." Then Chu Yin quietly asked, "In a week, the concentrated study tour for freshmen from Klingjing University of Superpowers, Jinsing Supernatural University, and our school will begin."
"Are you participating?" Jingming replied, "I heard the destination is a wilderness area, so of course I have to participate." Deep down, he already knew this was a good opportunity to earn special ability points. He also really wanted to see what kind of prodigies the freshmen selected by the 2 top universities were. A week later, students gathered in large numbers in the waiting hall. Wen Tao declared, "With Brother Ming here, we're sure to win this year's freshman study tour." Q Yun agreed, "That's right. Without an S rank like him, we've consistently ranked first for 4 years straight. It looks like the 5-time consecutive championship is a sure thing this time." Jingming interrupted, "They're here." Everyone then turned their eyes towards the high door that was slowly opening. The person who stepped out was Song Shang. She announced, "Hello everyone. I will be presiding over this meeting, which concerns the study tour. Eva, deploy the map." Then Song Shang introduced, "The destination for this study tour is the wilderness area Demon Den number 7, deep in the mountains of Shunan City, Guido Province.
Other students looked at the thick black smoke visible on the map, and each of them fearfully said, "It truly lives up to its name, the Demon Den. It's terrifying. I heard that countless ability users can get lost there, which is why it's called a Demon Den. This trip feels very dangerous." Song Shang added, "I will personally lead the team for this study tour. The academies will also arrange mentors. Furthermore,
The superiors will distribute a batch of resources to 3 schools based on the rankings of all contestants. The ranking will be based on the number and rank of fierce beasts defeated. Only the top 50 will receive resources. First place receives 34%, second place 23%, and third place 19%. The remaining 47 people will share 24%. Then she looked at Xu Jingming and instructed, "Therefore, first place is extremely important, as it concerns the honor of our Modu University of Superpowers in winning the championship 5 times in a row. Xu Jingming, I'm entrusting you with the task of securing these distributable resources for the school. Is that all right?" He confidently replied, "No problem." He secretly thought to himself, with his current combat power, probably no freshman would be able to surpass him. Seeing his confidence, Song Sang seemed to realize his thoughts and said, "Very good, but I want to remind you of something. According to the latest news, for this study tour, Qingjing University of Superpowers has introduced a foreign aid with an S-rank supernatural ability." Hearing this, the other classmates were all shocked. Qingjing University of Superpowers also has an S-rank? Where did this grade S come from? In recent years, apart from Xu Jingming, no new S-ranks have appeared in Nation H. It's strange, the last time an S-rank appeared in Nation H was 3 years ago. Ava immediately projected an image of that peculiar person. Song Sang introduced, "This grade S is not from our Nation H, but an exchange student from India accepted by Qingjing University of Superpowers. His name is Jillian Rao, an S-rank ability user of the enhancement type at the low-tier 3rd rank." Even Xu Jingming was inwardly startled. 3rd rank.